Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, niggas stay slipping into darkness. I stay listening to Marcus, the true and living, you a carcass. Living in the Caucasus while my forefathers was authoring everything that the new world is sponsoring. No, I don't belong to them, I'm not a spawn of Shem. First I will admonish them, then I will astonish them. Then it's just gone with them, off with the wind. I go off with the pen, guzzle hen, muzzle men for their burnt offering. I learn often when a man claim he God, he be more like a Nimrod. Thinking you can box with me, I cross your eyes and dot your T. Just a drop of venom that'll end them niggas logically. Pardon me, my enemies make me malicious. Revenge, I'ma learn ya, then I'ma burn ya. Delicious, vicious, make you stop up the whole slaughter. My wet flow wake your ass up like cold water. I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers. Devil's out for me, cause my beats are alchemy like Drake 3000. See, we coming from Virginia, and we gon' continue to keep that hot shit up on the menu. What you prefer, pure cane or splendor? I know you want the real, so just witness it in its splendor. Regardless how you feel, and regardless of who you kin to. You could be kin to Kunta, you sending my pen and shoot you. You could be kin to Martin, just watch what you niggas start. Yo, do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers, the streets love us, no one above us. Ashes to ashes, my nigga, dust is to dust. You know we like to pass shit, nigga, bust up the Duchess and start the rushing and lumping and dumping off on these duns. I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers,
for the Tesseract, a true connection to the hidden track. The holy name, bear the flame, resurrected fact. We moving right exact, premeditated tax. Begin to swirl, show the world where the light is at. It's just a given fact, it all begins in black. We let you take the wheel, but now it's time to give it back. You know it ends in black, alpha and omega. If you try to fight it, you gon' have to deal with mama nature. You just the children of a lesser God. We the children of the sun, number one repertoire. So we represent the temple and man. Check the mainframe, we game change, transform, rearrange things. It's not the same plane. Wise words elude the ears of the profane. Still we broke chains and released a few brains in the process. Coming with the right knowledge, manifest supreme logic.
I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little sisters, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little brothers, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Little niggas, I said do the knowledge or you gon' die. Motherfuckers, deadly serious. Better start learning your lessons. Watch the world around you. Understand what's going on. Who you are. Where you came from. Where you get your name from. Don't be a fucking lame, son. One.
Wait, man, I gotta start the daggone minute. Are you serious? That ain't what you want.
I don't know much but to face that beast, make them taste that piece. I'ma take back streets, I'ma meet bad beats on some Maybach seats. I'm a day past east, so I might go west. I feast in the night when the light go rest. Nights on my feet, gold Christ on my neck. I hope life leads me to a nice old death. Rose on my lip, cold ice on my breath. And I'm dressed like a groom, but I never got mad. Walked out the tomb like I never got bad. Call me Wallace Dean, I'm waking out of dreams. I got death on my breath, call me Holocene. I got Greek in my speech when I speak to the God. Rims on the Benz on the beach with your broad. If the dough get low, I paint a pit 16. I catch the Holy Ghost and I sit 16.
Litanies like epiphanies. Listen me like a symphony in Basilica. This literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany.
Call me Rosie Gold, I got holy friends. Holy I'm in holy hands. Only sold my soul to do that holy dance. Holy Hove, I'm in holy lands. I'm in holy Greece. Holy Rome, I'm in ancient Egypt in that holy home, sipping that Hennessy, that pure white. I live a Genovese, pure life. So if you go for my ones, I'ma go for the guns. I know where to go when I go on the run for that Rolls Royce. Ivy League, I got no choice. I make your body bleed. We practice Murtai and Vertai. Don't talk, oh Murtai. You know the violence got a code of silence. I pose in vogue with my golden phallus.
Litanies are like epiphanies. Listen to me like a symphony. In Basilica, this literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany. Call me Saint Laurent, Saint Laurent. My pen always in the paint like my name LeBron. If the dough get low, I paint a pic 16. I catch the Holy Ghost, then I spit 16. Litanies are like epiphanies. Listen to me like a symphony. In Basilica, this literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany. Call me Saint Laurent, Saint Laurent. My pen always in the paint like my name LeBron. If the dough get low, I paint a pit 16. I catch the Holy Ghost, then I spit 16. Hey yo, Kufu, Boom out, God. VOME, CIC. For my 5%ers out here who know what I'm talking about. Rest of y'all wake up. It's more than rap music.
Staring at myself in the mirror, eyes red as the natives of a land where they in fear of people with the melanin, power structure white like a skeleton. Let's stop shooting, black resident. Say my hood went from white, black to Mexican. Say it went from Jim Crow laws to a black president. Polly with my man selling oil by his testaments. He dropped jewels, I just came to put the bezel in. Elevated stress, nobody know who next. Choked out from a devil in a blue dress. I took a long walk on a short path. Peep the knowledge on the stone from the creators of a gold calf. A lot of rappers lack knowledge of a culture. You still a doja. I'm like Sly Stone and Cobra. Dude, they got the African beat out of his soul, and bystanders got scared to say that that was their home. We now Negroes, blacks, colors, black Americans, or the Nagas that used to ride on top of elephants. I still spit it like nobody else can mess with them. So when you hear the lyrics, you gon' be like I'm the excrement. I ain't seen a battle in a minute, but watch Rod, son, still drop more bars than your Wi-Fi. I get focused and attack like White Lotus. Devils in the detail, but God's in the motive.
Maintain your focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive. Brains over bogus, real over jokers. Make sure you notice, God's in the motive. Tame your emotion, claim what is your gift. Live in the moment, God's in the motive. Maintain the focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive.
Nice and perfected law 30 from that 48. At 30 feeling great, at 20 was 730, that's 8 to 8. And now I'm raising my seeds, I'm building my estate. While the beast praying on my downfall, I make him wait. Want me to lose it like I never knew it. The leaders misleading, our people poisoning the music. I'm from the era where Pops took you outside to knuckle up and push up on the block to get your muscles up. Product of our environment, got us to toughen up. That's why I got love from the bottom when I was coming up. Nice thing never gone, stop to the paper long, until I live the upper echelon. I want the cars, your opinion, dark and gray like Ginobili. 3-piece linen, I'm feeling sharp as Shinobi. That's why I be flowing, man, everybody should know me. If not, then you missing out, tell you what I'm about. Cool with the road less traveled, I never like traffic. That's why the game airtight like it's asthmatic. They cash addicts, need my people to progress and play the youth. Still don't wanna dribble out the project. I just wanna sip yak, say la vie, and put my hood up, and won't let them Trayvon me. So for all my street soldiers, they can't control us. The devil's in the details, but God's in the motive.
Maintain your focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive. Brains over bogus, real over jokers. Make sure you notice, God's in the motive.
beginning was the word. I know the woman who said it. Cash King now being Trump for bad credit. Lie, best rapper you never heard of. Old head from Jersey, still saying word up. Moon J's, Unk Piece, 5950. Heard him tough talk, but his whole team pretty. You can see the sparks when I let my squad drag. Studying the people that worship the gold calf.
Know about gods like Bass and Qatar. First Trinity is a Ruwa setting the saw. Son of smart music, I'm elevating the bar. I put it on the line, man, I ain't coming to spar. Mad at politicking with time out in the cosmos. Decided to give me the spirit of a divine host. Now MCing, called it the art of Babylon. Tower came down, man, style start varying. Bring the hurricane, but I'm from Brunswick, not Patterson. Respect the black woman like paintings in the Vatican. Liberty or death, get rich or die trying. 40,000 years ago, Africans were smelting iron. Think about the math while you think about the path for the God that you serve while you worship at your mass. That's the real science, so the first shall be last. Knowing the world's round, for some others took baths. Used to rock suede black Pumas with a shag, and that was on 116 livers to nav. But now I drop bars to sever your son's mask. Before the God step in the video, I need her. Live, created my own lane. Old heads wearing skinny jeans is a shame. Too many of my young gods moving like queens,
while the ministers backslide more than fiends.
Yeah.
Bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. Bullshit. Why you feeding me this bullshit from Zachariah Sitchin? Worse than a Christian. Listen, you in the fifth dimension, missing. Worrying about a reptilian in. It came from a white boy. Lying to my people like, it's a right boy. I'm here to kill a pseudoscience with a knife board. 65 million euro pyramids. Anunnaki claims you're a weirdo kid. Yet the people follow you like you're a hero kid. Looking for evidence, but I found zero kids. I'm not a Hindu. I know what I've been through. You reaching for chakras, bruh. But that's not us. Raza the Kundalini. Sounds more like Houdini. Bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us bullshit.
The hell that we're catching from this sea. Ain't nobody can shoot my mind out in space and tell me that my biggest enemy is some reptilian creatures from the other side of the galaxy. I'll be damned if I'm going for it. Then you got some crackers who are on the front line of this stuff. Here's a white man that wants you to pass him up and look for an enemy that does not exist. That's the same as he told you about a devil under the ground which does not exist. Tell me you gonna go for the same damn thing? Damn it, you're nothing but gopher.
Bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. They feeding us this. I'm not a Hindu. I know what I've been through. You searching for chakras, bruh, but that's not us. Raza the Kundalini. Sounds more like Houdini. Bullshit. They feeding us this bullshit. Look, man, we gotta stop believing this bullshit. Research and think for yourselves. I'm out.
Black African Power. Welcome to the rebirth of the African Civilization Show, the home of the Ra Squad, a well-organized lie that defeats a disorganized truth.
Peace to you, brother. Sub-Saharan Black African Power. What's good?
Hey yo, I'm MK Ultra, snake head on my head.
vulture. I make beds till I break bread with Oprah. I'm over Cobra, stay ahead of culture. They made new slaves, I'ma make new niggas. And on paydays, I'ma make new figures. Fuck Bill Gates. I dance with Medusa, and the dance bring me cake like I'm Mansa the Musa. In this world, I'm a floss in my brand new speakers. Your girl love my voice and my band two features. King Tut coffin, dreams of assaulting. Seeming so potent, my speech born talking, and tongues never spoken, scripts never written. I call that the hitting. One like Amen, the unlettered prophet that profits from rhyming. The flow been knowledge, I open college, and I use sign language that is so symbolic.
Black African Power. Welcome to the rebirth of the African Civilization Show, the home of the Raw Squad. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. Yeah, Raw Squad up. What's good, family, man? Good to be here. Y'all already know what it is. We sitting back and we on chill. Keeping the dialogue strong. Keeping the community free of pseudos. That's exactly what it is, man. But y'all already know how we get on right here, man. We just want to follow the methodology to make sure the community is healthy and sucker free. It is what it is, what it is. Trying to figure out the rules and regulations of this thing right here. Don't seem to be no rules and regulations. Seem like anybody can come in, spitting that bull crap on a regular basis. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to keep producing products and goods that are fundamentally important to the movement of the community, and we call that show and prove. So we don't even got to debate back and forth. All we got to do is really look at things that have been put out in the community and what things are latching on to the greater African-American community, and we can pretty much see who's doing what. So we don't even got to debate you on that. And so we won't even be debating those who ain't nowhere near close to being equals in that particular format. And it's important that we do that. That stops a whole lot of back and forth and a whole bunch of crap. So I'm not even going to bore y'all with that. I just want to say it's a way you can tell. It's a difference between a religion and science, right? The question is asked, well, is not science religion? And the thing is, no. What does religion show and prove? A religion only shows and proves cultural identity. It seeks to identify a culture and put them on high. Plain and simple. So if I ask you, what does your religion do for you? What would your answer be? And so if I ask you, what does your religion do for humanity? We would hear a whole bunch of crap. But if I ask you, what does science do for the community? Right? We could show you things. What does science do for the ancient African communities? We can give you clear instances, clear things that are left to show that science shows and proves, like the pyramids. The pyramids are clear indication of science and technology. Science, technology, and, of course, the mathematics. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just very, very important to understand that. Check this out, man. This episode is brought to you by Animated Productions. Those animated lessons. Make sure you get that download into the consciousness of your family. It's very, 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 very important. Also brought to you by Medieval Upheaval, a catalog of bloody European evils by Shisha Kemet. All right, so we got two powerful sisters, you know, putting in information readily available for the community, man. But, you know, I'm really, really appreciating those animated lessons, man. sometimes you think you're a good teacher, and the babies come by, in my household, and they stump you. My daughter's name is Nubia, and she clearly understands what Nubia is. But for some odd reason, unbeknown to me, she didn't know where the hell Egypt was. And I know y'all say, damn. And so my daughter was talking to you, she was like, yeah, Dad, until I watched the animated lessons, Meltrex, I didn't know that Egypt, one, was in Africa, and two, the Egyptians was black. I was like, really? Yeah, I thought the Nubians was that. I was like, wow. Very interesting. Thank goodness for the animated lessons, right? And God kill his household, because we'd be in trouble around here. Wow, man. And check this out, family. This is what my daughter said. She said, well, I hear y'all talking in school and in television. They always show the Egyptians as being white, and they never say where exactly Egypt is. So, the propaganda download is in full effect everywhere. And so I'm telling you, just a small $20 animated lesson in your household can be very, 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 very uplifting. And even when you think you're a teacher, you can always miss something. You say, well, how the hell you miss that? Well, first of all, my household is free, and I allow my kids to study. I don't stand in their face like that. And so I give good classes, right? But I ain't pounding them, knocking them out. I'm letting them grow. Don't want to chase my children away, because we can do that too. We can overdo it. I focus on children being physically fit. They mother focus on them being mentally fit, and it works. So we take our time. But I'm trying to tell you that a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And them animated lessons, man, should be in everybody's household. This, I promise you. So it's first on the count. Let me get this first caller right here, Dr. Mayat, I'm a raw squad up. What's good? What's happening? Doctor. Oh, yeah.
What's good? What's good? What's happening, brother?
I see you hiding.
Yeah, I was hiding, and you unmute the button. you caught me off guard. You unmute the button. Boop. All unmuted. You got me good tonight. I don't even think I hit the one button. Look, I don't even think I hit one.
Nope, you didn't. Got you.
So I don't think I hit one, but yeah, but you got me. I was laying down, listening to you go in and talk to the people about the animated lessons, and I'm glad that you stressed the importance of of us parents acquiring the animated lessons for their children, because like you said, brother, we're at war right now. Our children are constantly bombarded with Eurocentric propaganda. That stuff is constantly being downloaded into their psyche. And a few weeks ago, I spoke on the damaging effects that Eurocentric education and Eurocentric propaganda has on black children. And so, I'm just, asking anyone who's listening to make sure that they support, Ed Anime Productions, support Meltrek. We're working on making the video available for download. It should be available for download in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So some people were complaining about the fact that we had it on like a DVD, but now we're going to offer it on a download as well. So it'll be downloadable from Amazon in about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you don't like, having DVDs in your home, there's no excuse to have a downloadable film to purchase in a few weeks. And you already know, brother, we're currently working on Meltrek episode 2, which should be available in June.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one right there, a real powerful one. Absolutely waiting for that.
Hey, but look, you sound like you have a hot topic tonight. No pseudos? We addressing the pseudos in the community or the pseudo science? What are we doing tonight?
We're just getting in a nice, healthy conversation with the community, man. Really, to be honest with you, I mean, once you sit back and look at the whole landscape, a lot of people are not even worth addressing because their work is not shown in the community. So it's almost like it's just not worth it. I mean, when you really think about it, like, you know, what can they do? Their hands are tied. They hog tied.
No
They're sitting in
doubt.
the corner right now. Until they can be honest with themselves as African people and admit that some areas they're lagging in, you know what I'm saying, need to work on, then, you know, there's no need to mention them. And one thing I do love about the squad is if a person comes with some information, right, and it's put through the methodology and you end up being right, this is where our strength is. We'll simply say, hey, man, or sister, you're right.
That's
your
right.
information is right. And
right.
you changed my idea on that. Thank you. So you won't have us fighting vigorously for nothing. So I just find it very, very absurd, right, when just people just say, well, y'all teach the Europeans this and that and that. I'm like, well, really? I mean, you just talked about the Eurocentric education like we understand that. That's why we're in that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, how can you change the Eurocentric perspective if you're not in the school system? So Meltrek is going to the school systems. Like,
that's right.
Like, because the truth is, modern science tells you who the Egyptians are. UNESCO comes to show you who the Egyptians are. They're just not doing it, and they don't have to do it, but it's up to us to do it. So,
that's right.
You know what I mean? You know, sis, it's just, you know, people need to stop that. If they want the community to grow, they got to stop the shit that look like science but not science. And that's really what I want to say. And I'm not talking to anybody in particular. We just, if we really want to have some real shit, reality-based things, then you got to keep it real, man.
Right.
Like, your whole life can't be thinking that white people this, white people that. Like, man, come on, man. The hell with the white people, man. Let's do our thing, man. Let me get these lines open up real quick, man. Ishmael Law. I'm a Raw Squad Up. What's good? What's happening?
I'm a Squad Up. Brother Ankh, how you doing tonight?
Hey, man.
I'm a Squad Up, Dr. Maya.
Peace, Brother Ishmael. How you doing, King?
I'm doing well. I hear you, Brother Ankh. I hear you.
Brother Ish.
I'm good, Ish?
Yes. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing all right, Brother Ish.
Excellent. I'm just listening to y'all, Bill. That's all. I'm good.
You know, I ain't doing no unnecessary nonsense, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Hey, Brother did I tell you that I have a meeting? I'm going to film it too over at Morgan on Tuesday. So, you know, the squad, we're doing some things. You know, we're partnering with Morgan State University and getting some undergraduate students to do some research, you know, for us. So I have a meeting.
Talk about that.
Scheduled.
Talk about
I have a meeting.
Talk about destroying that pseudo right there. Talk about that, sis.
Well, yeah. Well, you know that there's a very popular video on YouTube right now, and it has over like 1 million views. And in this video, you have European scientists who are making claims that the pyramids are all on one grid. You know, that all the pyramids in the world are all interconnected. That there's some type of relationship or correlation between these positions, on the positions of the pyramids. I believe, you know, and this is just a belief, I believe that it isn't. I think there's no correlation between the pyramids in Mesoamerica or the pyramids with in Africa. So the squad, what we're getting ready to do is partner with a research team over at Morgan State University as undergraduate team called COMSOL over at Morgan State University. And what we're going to have these young undergraduate students do is to develop a pattern recognition algorithm that will determine if there is some correlation between these pyramids. So they're going to research. The first step is that they're going to research and determine the locations of all of the pyramids in the world. Okay? So they're going to locate their positions, latitude and longitude, right? And so we'll know at the end of this research how many pyramids there are in the world, whether they're mud brick a stone, we'll know their exact location, when they were built, and who built them. Okay, so that's the first phase of the project. The second phase of the project is to determine an algorithm that is capable of determining whether or not there's some correlation between the positions or the locations of these pyramids. So that's the second one. The third phase, we're going to actually code the algorithm, all right? Code the algorithm, and then we're going to execute it and run it, and then analyze the results. So we're going to actually produce maybe a 4D or 3D grid showing and proving whether or not these pyramids are correlated. So we're looking forward to that. I'm working with the professor, Dr. Reese, over at Morgan State, because we're going to write a white paper for the National Science Foundation to see if we can get funded for that. And so I'm looking forward to it, Brother Unc. So we're getting ready to determine whether this is pseudoscience that we're looking at. I mean, I believe that it's pseudoscience, but I want to prove it, you know. So in about a year and a half, we should have some results. Of course, we're going to be publishing papers along the way at every phase. So we determine the locations of all the pyramids, who built them, and when. We're going to publish a paper. You know, once we code the algorithm and we start getting some results and we compute, you know, correlation values, you know, we're going to publish a paper. So we're going to be publishing papers every step of the way. So, you know, every step of the way, at every phase, people who study with the On the Raw Squad will be able to see, you know, our process, or our progress, in the project.
Yeah, that's going to be that content that only official members can get to. And, you know, I was really, you know, when I was talking to Dr. Oya about this, we had people in the community that use these to support their pseudoscience on the Americas being the oldest civilization. And so, you know, we going straight at this shit. So we ain't even got to talk about individual people. We're just going to deal with information, and I appreciate the great doctor actually using her team of researchers. And it's very, very interesting getting, once again, you know, getting the black community of students, Morgan State involved in this. I mean, this is showing you the long arm and armor raw squad, you know, led by Dr. Oya. Instead of arguing with y'all damn fools, we're going straight at it. And I was surprised when I looked into the literature, I found nothing to support that. It just was a whole bunch of pseudoisms. And half y'all went for that shit, hook, line. Wait, I don't want to yell. I'm not yelling. Let me chill out. Hold on. It's just amazing, though, Dr. Oya, that everybody went for this hook, line, and sinker, and they down our throats, mad at us, calling us the white people, studying. Right. No, this is going to be a team of black students going to do this. So
black students.
And if it turns out to be right, we'll say they was right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, okay, but at least it'll be some real scientific data behind this. You feel me?
Right.
Well, we can see why they was right or wrong. So, you know, it's you know, I'm just letting y'all know we're going to pound the pseudos through the dirt. Just letting you know it's nothing personal, just the information will be pounded out, and hopefully we can get the whole community involved, different colleges, different universities. They're going to ride this I'm a Raw Squad wave. Let me get Ujao, I'm a Raw Squad up. What's going on, brother?
Hotep. I'm a Raw Squad up.
Hotep.
Dr. Oya, greetings to Ishmael Allah, Uncle Kek. Yeah, I'm just listening in. You know, I'm just listening in. I saw the title. You know, I know the title of the show. No pseudo alert. You know, I mean, we need to sound the alarm because, you know, pseudoism is on an all-time high.
You know,
and like you said in the beginning, you know, an organized lie will always defeat a disorganized truth. So we just got to continue to organize the truth so we can create this no-fly zone. Because the minute things fly around here, you know, they get shot down. So
that's right.
Pseudoism has to go. So I'm all in support of that. Dr. Oya, I wanted to echo what Unc said about your work, the work about the animation and everything. You know, I bought your the DVD, and my daughters love it. And then sort of recently, they came in here with a coloring book that was, you know, pretty much kind of Euro Euro based and everything. I was like, oh no. Let me go ahead and order this coloring book. So you got your coloring book with it. So I was like, I definitely got to get it. It's long overdue. Let me hurry up and get this. So I put it in order for it, and I just appreciate it because it gives me an opportunity, and other parents who are listening, hopefully, we have alternatives, to give our children and everything. So I'm thankful for that, to be able to do that, So
exactly, and I appreciate you supporting. I appreciate you supporting and just seeing the value in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like just seeing the value in it and also supporting. So I appreciate that.
Definitely.
I like the cover. I like the cover of the coloring book. I like that cover there. There's something in there for y'all. If y'all, those who don't know, when you look at the cover, you can see it. You can see it. Mm-hmm. If you see it, you can see it. That's what I'm going to tell you. I ain't going to tell you.
But
I know Ja was going to see it as soon as he opened it up. Yeah. You don't think he is? You think that's subliminal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out as soon as it comes in the mail. I just ordered it, so as soon as it comes.
Let me see what it is. Let me see. All right, where you at? Let me get this open real quick. Son Jetty, I'm a Raw Squad up. What's good? What's happening, bro?
Hey, what's good? What's happening? Peace to everybody on the panel. It's been a minute.
What's up? Peace, brothers and Jetty. Peace.
All right.
What? That's Son Jetty? What? Son Jetty?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I just got finished doing my homework and taking online exams, so it's time to get back in the swing of things. So peace to Brother Ankh. What's up? What's good, God Killer? All right. I hear we got Dr. Mott. Peace, sister.
Peace, King.
Peace. All right. Here we got my brother Wu Jiao. That's my brother right there. Peace.
Yeah, Hotep. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I see your students is always getting it in, man. It's good to see, it's like that next generation coming in after us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I recently saw it. Yeah, that's good. That's what it's about. So, we all in it. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So
we all in it, man. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what we gotta get. We gotta get them. Hey, Dr. Oya, where you at? You know what we gotta do?
Right here.
We gotta get some of them students on that translate. That's what we doing. We doing it wrong, Joe. We doing that backwards because we want to work on that project that's dealing with the mathematical department. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta get them young brothers and sisters on that. That's what we gotta do.
Once we get the translation, I can get those same undergraduate students to work the math problems out.
Yeah, we're gonna work the math out.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's good. That's good because we just got to get the primary. We work from primary, so we got to spend the funds and stuff and get the primary papyri or facsimile. You know what I'm saying? So we can always back ourselves up with the primary sources and everything like that. We collect all of that, then we on a roll. So
that's
systematically go through
it. That's gonna take about another year too. But you got enough students that might get bust some translations out though. That'd be real interesting, there, man.
You talking about Wujaro? Oh, you saying Wujaro students can do the translations? They can assist them with translation.
Yeah, man, he got a whole swarm. He didn't raise a swarm of translators. It's crazy. I forgot all about that. And you don't just use Smash. Smash, y'all can overlook that. Y'all just overlook that project. Give them some of that work. I mean, that's the purpose. That's how you do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Man, please, they love to do that. Going through the Armor Raw Squad journal. What?
No, that would be hot. They can work on the translation for those brothers, and then I'll have the graduate students over at Morgan do the problems. So it could be just a nice little collaboration, getting the young people involved in the research. So that's
good. That's really
a hot idea.
Because they recently did a short presentation on the so-called Book of the Dead and how it's an initiation manual for the living as well as like a eulogy or accomplishments for the deceased as well. So that was a good piece, and hopefully people will be able to wrap their minds around it. And that's what they've done recently. So they on a roll. Yep.
Well, man, I'm trying to tell you, it's a problem. I'm a raw squad.
Now, Ujaro, I got a quick question, Brother Ujaro.
Let me get
so
this
how,
line
like,
Hold on, let me get Netta Nab here. Netta Nab, what's good? Partner of Research Center.
Man, Black African Power.
What's good, brother?
Man, what's
Black
good?
African Power, Netta Nab, what's up?
Yeah, with the dude, with the dude, Dr. Mott. Yeah,
how you been, bro?
Yeah, Hotep, family, how y'all doing, man? Yeah,
Dr. Mott. That's your Nab, the possessor of divinity. I like that. That's your Nab.
yeah, word up. What's up, Netta Nab? What's up, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Chilling. Yeah, I'm doing this lecture right now. I'm trying to finish up this lecture I'm doing now. But Dr. Ma, back to Dr. Ma.
What's up, King?
Yeah, I'm proud of your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You know, you got my full support. King. Yeah, one phone call, I'm there. You heard me?
No doubt.
One phone call, I'm there.
No doubt, that's your name. I got you. Already, no doubt.
Hey,
that sounds like that Atlanta talk right there. You heard me.
Nah, that's Baltimore. That's Baltimore right there when you say you heard me.
Oh, okay.
That's Baltimore.
Hey, check this out. You know what I'm hearing right now? It's like everybody who's on a squad, everyone who's on this team, everyone is doing big things. Everybody.
What?
Each person.
I agree. I really agree.
Each person is like a self-functioning unit that connects with other self-functioning units to make a system. You see what I'm saying? You know, we got our sister doing her thing, okay, with the excellent project with the animation and infusing science and history into it. We got Wu Zhao, who comes with he comes with languages. He's a published author. We have a Sergeant Miltep, published author. He's doing his linguistics. He has the African American Restoration Project. We got Uncle Cat coming with the archaeology in his own enterprise. Myself, I do presentations at Temple University. In fact, I have them coming up on March the 7th at the PASSUP program, the Pan-African Studies Community Education Program on Cecil B. Moore. Okay, you know, we got our brother Smash, you know, out there in Cali with the Magi. You know what I mean? He's doing this thing out there. You know, I mean, everybody just rocking it out, man. Like, it's hard to contain, like, all this power right now. Like, the way I'm looking, like, wow.
Hey,
you know, and I don't really think, yeah.
Sanjetti, in the chat room, I put the MagiArches.com. Now, the Magi Arches, y'all got to join that, because that's strictly dealing with the economic piece, right? Man, we matter of fact, we're going to be publishing brothers and sisters that's locked up books. That coincides, right, with Brother Ishmael Allah's prison program, right?
Wow.
They can go in and talk to the inmates, not be dealing with them with drugs and alcohol. Like, it's on and popping. So we're not even debating. We'll let the younger brothers and sisters go smash the pseudos up while we work in our community. That's our vision. That's our dream. It shows them through. It's the difference between traditional Africa, right, and that pseudo shit to keep you talking shit for 25 years and you leave nothing but a bunch of damn words.
Right.
Right. So go join Magi Arches. Sign up right now. And I'm in the chat room. Somebody says, somebody always want to get smacked up, though. It says, there is no such thing as the Book of the Dead. Only seals use such titles because they never discovered for themselves the true title. All right, man.
Oh, well, whoever said that is in agreement with what I said. That's why I always say so-called. I always use so-called in front of that phrase because people know it. A lot of people know it by that. If I say Runu Peret Nemheru, most people are like, huh, what?
I would say, what are you talking about? I would what are you talking about?
Right. So even that title, Runu Peret Nemheru, is not even the title of the book. It's the title of some of the chapters in the papyri. And plus there's several of them. So people only familiar with Ani, or the book of the dead. So the person's right. It's just that's not aimed at any of us, because we already know that. So
couldn't be.
Yeah, we got
couldn't be. You got them arrows aiming. Spears will be flying. Let me stop.
Hey, Brother Unc, is Brother Ish still on?
Ish, where you at, Ish? He there on that roof?
Yeah, I'm right here. Peace,
Hey,
Queen.
Ish.
All right. Yes, man.
Hey, Ish, I got a question. Can you please elaborate on your prison program that you got going on?
Yeah, the prison program is something that I'm trying to get formatted with Brother Unc, and what we want to focus on are reaching out to inmates that are in the prison, making sure they can get access to books. A lot of them want to get access to books for either just for the knowledge. They want to get in contact with books for legal purposes, maybe some legal books. I know that they can get books through like Amazon, and I think maybe Black and Nobel, and there's some stores that kind of do that. But we want to coordinate ways of getting books to inmates, as well as being able to put programs together where even if we can put money on the books, it's very, very important that a lot of people, they lose a lot of contact with their loved ones. But if we can slide a little extra money just for them to have on their books officially as a program, that would be very positive, as well as making inroads to different institutions all over and going into counsel with inmates. A lot of the inmates are going through things like drug addiction. They go through a lot of things like relationships and things that maybe we can give insight, and even just to build on knowledge and wisdom within the walls as an official program. So we're trying to make inroads to let the inmates know that they're not forgotten. A lot of us come from the same exact background. A lot of us have family members that are in there. A lot of us have friends that are in there. And we want to make sure to let them know that there's an entire nation of people and that we love them, and we're putting the programs together to reach back to them.
Okay, cool, because I had, I'm getting ready to shoot you some pics through Facebook. There are a lot of, I've been actually like sending books to some imprisoned brothers down in Atlanta or down in Georgia. And I was doing this out of pocket. I had no idea you guys were working on this. And you're right, there are a lot of incarcerated brothers and sisters who want access to books. And it's not that they don't have books, but it's just not the type of books that they need. Like the brothers that were hitting me up in Georgia. They were like, sis, send me some stuff by Dr. Ben. Send me some stuff by, John Henry Clark. And I'm like, what, are people donating books to you all? And they were like, yeah, but it's just not the books that they need. So I was going over to everyone's place in Baltimore and working with Brother Nati, and he and I were, sending books, down to the brothers in Georgia. But now that I know you guys are putting this together, I definitely want to be a part of it and do what I can.
Absolutely. Yeah, if it means we have to coordinate through our own websites, there's nothing that Amazon can do as far as getting books to inmates that we will not be able to have access to with our own books to make sure we get them to inmates also. We write books. We have access to knowledge and information, and if we got to get, book cards or whatever we got to get, we're going to supply. Of course.
Baba.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Baba.
Yes, sir,
from that being said, if far as I agree with that 100%, by the way, and I can relate. So, and I want to see if flyers can be done, be sent to me. I can go inside the prison and whereas though inmates can get flyers within, so they can order, or however they do. I know when I was in there in my early days, and I was out there, certain flyers would be passed, and I could get certain books. That's how I was getting access to Malachi Yoke books. Malachi Yoke had flyers going through the prison system, and we get them. So if flyers can be sent to me, I'll make sure to cut get them. Patuxent, that's the youth program. And I'll make sure they get them flyers. Because fly, people sleep on flyers. Yeah, man, people sleep on them. So I think that's how I was ordering books. So y'all can get that to me, I do that.
that will work. And even if we have to set up a separate section on the website that's dealing with the flyers for them to be printed out, we will absolutely make that happen, God. Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me see the Magi right here hiding, man. Hold on. Magi, where you at?
What up?
What you hiding, yo? We got the archers. What you doing, man? I'm Raw Squad up, Magi Archers. What's up?
I'm a Raw Squad up. What? No, I was just kicking back and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, get the people signed up, bro. We trying to get the people signed up to the website, brother. What's good?
Yeah, right now. They can, join the Magi Arts. You know what I'm saying? Academics, research, charity, housing, economics, and resources and security. That's the focus. And you can go to MADJAIArchers.com and get a free membership right now just to see what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Another a division of the Army Rock Squad. It's a plan. It's a system, a cooperative economic conglomerate. And we know the original Magi started out as a security force in Kemet. Well, we living this out, try to expand. First, you can't even do security without no funds. Just keep it 100. Nobody wants no bootleg security. And so before we could even grow to that point, you know what I'm saying, we would have to set up certain type of economic plans and systems. So that's what we're trying to do. And I'm glad we got the support of this conglomerate, you know.
All right.
Yeah, it's an excellent
focus. Man, it's a beautiful website. Excellent. Beautiful website too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful website though. Ujao, once again, you did it again, brother. Beautiful website.
Brother Ed.
Yes, Queen Mother. Yes.
I just sent you about 6 pictures. I want you to take a peek at it when you get a chance. The other brothers with their books, incarcerated brothers that I was supporting down in Georgia.
Oh, that's excellent. I would definitely check it out for sure. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, that made me think of all the type of things we'll do to work together and you know, bring all of the different units together in our plan. One thing I just want to throw out here is, first and foremost, the way my mind works, I like to think of things that don't require too much startup funding or whatever. Everyone can think of something to start up with 100 racks, but we try to think of things that are more. Y'all hear that? Oh yeah, we try to think of things that are you know, just more economical or easier to start and do. But I just want to give an example of certain things we know. We all understand how people get paid off YouTube, what appears to be paid off YouTube views, but that's only in certain instances of banner ads. I don't know if everybody's familiar with how pages are monetized or whatever, but a lot of us know that regardless of how many views you get, first of all, if the page is not monetized, you're not about to get your paper back. Secondly, it's not really about the views. It's more or less about the clicks and impressions you can generate, and views give you more of an opportunity to, generate clicks and impressions. Now, there's a certain thing a lot of people don't know about. It's called click fraud. Okay? And now, a click fraud would be when a click is generated unnaturally. I'm sorry, that background noise is kind of crazy, but it's like when a click is generated unnaturally or what have you, and not naturally, because the advertiser generally pays for natural clicks. And so just in the sense of supporting a unit or a person, I'm just saying it could have been, if you click on an ad, let's just take, for instance, Sonetta TV. If you're watching his videos and you just click on an ad, that actually is a way to support Sonetta. Now, again, click fraud is if we all say, all right, we're going to click on the video at 3 o'clock. That's against the law. But, again, when you're working in units with big groups of people, obviously there are ways that you can help each other you understand what I'm saying, that don't take no money out of your pocket. All you got to do is be thinking and be wise on how we can all help each other. So even a group of 100 people willing to share each other's products is very powerful. And I'm just saying, we reaching past 100 people, but I'm saying, I mean, we trying to get as many people as we can get. But when we are willing to use some of these, you know what I'm saying, free ways that we can support and help each other out, you know, there's a lot to be said for that. I'll just cut it off right there, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. That's
a very good point.
Absolutely. Yep, go to the channel, click. I absolutely, totally agree with that. It's just important, and I'm just proud of everybody on the team, the Mossy clan, Team Osiris, just the whole thing, man. It just shows a lot of maturity, and it shows what Africans can do when they come together and put their personal differences to the side. And it just shows. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as my mother used to say. So, you know, the reason why we bang so hard on the pseudos, because the truth is, pseudoisms do not add anything to the community.
It takes away from it.
It doesn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get the college students to work on the pseudo project. I mean, you can't go up into a museum and quote Atlantis and Mu and not know the historical understanding behind that. I mean, you listen to Smash. Smash talks about how Mu is a damn mistranslation before you even get into the church work family. It's just, I mean, you go anywhere with that. That's why they don't take us serious. They don't take us seriously. Now they're starting to take us serious now. But they don't take the conscious community on the whole serious. They don't. They're like, man, they flying. They laughing. So we don't even have the resources on the pseudo shit, because the pseudos do this. They go get real degrees, and then in their spare time they write their pseudo shit.
Right.
Yeah, and make all the money off of it.
You make money off of it. Yep.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know, I'm gonna just give you an example. You ever ride around with somebody in a car, and they got a brand new car, and it seems like as soon as either you get a brand new car or one of your friends get a brand new car, all of a sudden you see that same car everywhere. Like before somebody got it that you knew, you don't see it, but then as soon as you get it, you know, you see it everywhere. Well, this is what we're experiencing with the raising of the bar with the scholarship, because it's not until you actually raise the bar and get involved that all of a sudden you start seeing other people and other people's work that really matter, and we can kind of let go of the pseudo stuff. So we're like changing the paradigm, or creating this standard, raising the standards that people have to go through. And for that, I think people are feeling a type of way, because you have people out here saying, we appearing like bullies. If people don't agree with us, then they're wrong, or they're pseudo. And it's not that type of party at all. So I think people need to really just slow down and wake up, and just get with the whole movement of just educating ourselves and being humble about it, not doing the ego thing and claiming that we're right, or we're trying to imply to people that you got degrees and things you really don't, and things like that. So we really need to keep it up. That's one thing.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I think a lot of people don't realize the history of how Amara Squad got started. I'm not sure if Ishmael's still on the line, but Ishmael and Unc, y'all remember when it was just us three? You know what I'm saying? It was just us three.
Yes, sir.
And we had all these groups. We had whole groups coming at us. See, now people saying that we bullies, but it was just us three, and all these people would call in and just attack us. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the reason why we were so effective, we would we used to debate each other, but we wouldn't do it in front of people. We would have conversations offline. We would check our sources with each other. We check each other's ideas. So by the time we come out on the next show, the very next weekend, okay, like we had already went through all the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And we just made a regular practice of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got good. You know what I mean? We were looking at primaries. You know, Ishmael was coming in with the history. He had a lot of that history down pat. He was coming in with the archaeology. You know, I think the language part was a little off at first, but it's all right.
You're talking about me trying to be funny, right? I know you will.
Yeah. Nah, but you know, and then, but then you know that came in, and then it just brought it all full circle. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
that's right. That's correct.
Yeah. And then you know, he was bringing me some of that archaeology. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't know that. He showed me magazines and those articles. I'm like, damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Ish was coming in with like different types of like documentations, mentions of different manuscripts. I'm like, okay, you know. Then I'm like, all right, well, let me come in with this, you know, with the language and the Kemet, and then it just came all full circle. It was just like a great match. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, also people don't realize that like among us, you know, we don't, you know, we respectfully sharpen everybody each other's steel. Because I know, you know, me and Smash and El Motep and whatever, we, you know, we have our differences and just hash it out. But it'd be completely academic, completely professional, and it'd be so rewarding. Same thing with I remember with the decipherment issue a while back, you know, or something, you know. And people don't understand that that's how you do it, and man, it just helps people grow, and that's how we should, you know, treat each other, even across different so-called groups or platforms and stuff like that. You know, I hope people learn from that or can take our experiences and just you know, take something from it and be positive with it.
And that's how we got close. You know what I'm saying? Like each of these, everyone on here is family to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've all, in a sense, debated each other at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, most of the listeners don't actually know that because a lot of that's behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know God's honest truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me and Unc argued all kinds of stuff with everybody. But you know what? I love everyone on this panel for that because, you know, that's what family goes through. We go through disagreements. We go through agreements. We strengthen each other. You know, we point flaws out with each other. We point strengths out with each other. That's how family unit operates. In fact, I'm really looking at this as an African village, okay? But not just the African village, but, I mean, if y'all can give me a stronger word than village, that'll work. But y'all get
conglomerate. That's how you do it.
You know what I mean?
That's Smash's word.
Yeah, and that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, look at how far we've gotten. You know, we start off on the phone. You know, I seen Unc on mine breaking down something with the Hyksos, and he's pulling out books. I'm like, okay, this brother, all right. You know what I mean? Because I was already on it. I hit him up. This is before I had my Facebook page, and we just started building. You know what I'm saying? And we were all
that's my favorite one.
You know, we got you know Facebook, linguistics. I mean, we just getting it in. You know, so just over the years we just got stronger. You know, and now again, I think Woodjaw, you kind of at least alluded to this. Now we have these other groups that are popping up in response. For example, like the Hebrew War Machine is a response to the Amaral Squad, you know. But and I'm quite sure there's some other groups as well, you know.
They're not even around.
Oh, they're not around anymore? Okay.
No, all them groups just fall down to the wayside and then go back and use some good information that the squad brought. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the truth because it's a very, very interesting study we have going on here. And you're right. When we first started, it was me and Ish basing it off of, man, y'all don't know, man, if y'all go back and listen to the old shows, man, we used to be Ishmael Law, Brother Unk, and Sarah Seti against everybody. Y'all don't even remember that. I done took y'all back a minute. And we was going against the House of Consciousness. Y'all didn't even know that, did you? Yep.
Well, you told me about it.
All
that's true.
Red pill, green pill, blue pill, Duke of Tit, everybody. And I promise you, it's going hard. And then, we had a split with SETI, right? And, man, it's talked about, I say, look, man, hell with that shit, man. Look, this is what we're going to do, man. Because the truth is, we build stars, right? This I promise you, right? I promise you this. The hell with that shit, man. Let's build our own thing, right? Let's get it cracking. Got tired of hearing Wesley Muhammad, because he was running around smacking up. I said, let's go finish that off. Let's get this cracking. And we did. And I think the first person we contacted really was Sinjetti, right? And I'll never forget it. And it was in Ngozi. I promise you, this is in the early stages, right? And Ngozi kind of missed the boat on something for a minute, got mad. You know how Kufu will get a nigga mad? Kufu did that. I know you listen to Kufu. Some kind of way, Wishmaton got mad. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Wishmaton was a high and Ngozi was a high head. So he was mad. The wings say nothing to him about it. I was like, wait a minute, nigga, you never showed up. Right? So, come around again. We worked through our differences, man. He was on there. And from that point on, everybody else forged their way on, like Smash. Smash literally forged his way on. You know what I'm saying? He used to have prolific battles with Asar and Ujao. And I mean,
I was in there
is still live.
Yep, that's true.
So he said prolific battles. I'm like, yo, one time, I'll never forget it, man. One time, I ain't gonna lie, yo, today. Look, Smash was on y'all head so hard. I say, man, y'all gonna let him get y'all like that?
Hey, we was going hard. We was going hard on the Nubian thing. We set up a formal debate on it. We was like, bring your stuff. We bring our stuff. Let's get it in.
Find a neutral website. Y'all was finding neutral websites and everything.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I don't know if Smash is still on the line, but yeah, we kind of cracked that open in terms of the so-called conscious community, because Nubia is not a good term to use, and we kind of by all the information we presented, that's definitely a conclusion we came to, that to say Nubia is just open up a Pandora's box of confusion, and leave it to the attested names. And we got to the attested names, you know what I'm saying? I remember it was real good. It was actually a really, really good build out of that.
So where are we?
Really, really good.
We have never
that was
debate
one of the most powerful. Yeah, that was one of the most powerful.
Hey,
man,
where you at, Smash? Smash, where you at?
I'm right here.
Hey, so you won that one then. Can we agree? At least you won it in my mind, because I got a clear understanding of what the hell you was talking about. And Asar and Jao, and they
like you said, it was so much information put out in that debate, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we was arguing down two different streets at the end.
Yeah,
I don't want to pop my collar, man. I don't want to pop my collar, man.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. So much stuff was aired out that a lot of people could benefit from, because a lot of things were brought up, because most people didn't know that the Nubians or Ta-Nehisi, or there was different groups that are south of Egyptian borders and so on. So everybody bundling up under Nubia. Then you find out that the word Nubian was a catch-all word for a substitute for the word Negro, and then the early Egyptologists racial wedge, they were trying to make everything outside of Egypt black, and then Egypt something other than black. You know what I'm saying? So all that came out of there. You know what I'm saying?
And then we also the distinction between Nubians and Cushites when having an argument like that, how we have to be very careful with the periodization. For instance, you could be talking about one dynasty and calling them Nubians, and that wasn't Nubians. It might have been Cushites, and that would be, again, it starts a whole other detailed argument, but it's all captured in actually on the archives and Blog Talk, and I even took my articles and placed them in my book, just for the so to be on the record, Magi Handbook for the Conscious Community. And that's one of the reasons why we call it a handbook for the conscious community, because even though it's a lot of different chapters with different subjects, they all kind of pertain to things we went over.
And Spence, if you remember, in that, just like what I said, in that discussion, even though I think it started out as a debate, we ended up just figuring a whole bunch of stuff out. For example, one of the things that I had learned is that when you go into E.A. Wallace Budget's dictionary, right, what you would notice when you go to, I think in Volume 2, it talks about the locality, okay, towns, countries, cities, states, okay. If it's a place that's south of Kemet, right, but they don't know where it's at, Budge will label it Sudani country, right? So that means, and I have personally counted over 200 locales south, or it could even be west of Kemet, that's labeled Sudani country. So there's at least 200 places inside of a continent that our Kemetu ancestors have identified on record. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that came out, like, wow, what's this? And then we started to allude to different names that could match other places inside of the continent in Kemetic record. You know, I mean, it was a whole slew of stuff that we ended up figuring out.
Yeah, that one of the best things I like about my research on that subject was the neighbor, and I can't take all credit from it because I got a lot of my sources was Alan Gardner, but I mixed in some of the grammatical research with other type of fields, with other fields like the taxonomy of birds. It helped me to discover what we call, or what they call the Numidian guinea fowl, being, I think it was Gardner. I'm going off memory, but I think it was Gardner G5 or whatever it is. It was the Neighbor glyph, which we would use to say nay in the term Nehesi. It would represent the N and the H, and uncovering the fact that this was a non-migratory terrestrial bird begged the question, how did Egyptians ever see that bird in order to place it in the glyphs? Because if its original habitat was in the Sudan, far south of Egypt, and it was non-migratory, and it was a terrestrial bird, meaning it didn't fly, how did it wind up in the glyphs? And also it wound up in a glyph that that I argue indicated people of the South, which was the term Nehesi from Ta-Nehesi. And so that was just something cool for me.
Mm-hmm. And let me throw one more thing here that came out as well. Now, along the cataract, if anyone knows what a cataract is a section of a river that is essentially impassable by boat. So you get rocks and uneven ground, etc. And that's a cataract. All right. Even though water can still pass through, but you're not getting through with a boat. All right. Well, when you get into Sudan or northern Sudan, okay, you have these fortifications, okay, that are set up by the Sudani, or what we might call quote unquote Nubians, all right, and these are essentially trade ports and military, a trade port / military fort, all right, that was fortified so that they can defend the goods and the trade, all right. Now, once Islam comes on the scene, now we're going to jump to the 7th century, 8th, 9th century, okay. Once the Arabs came through, okay, they picked up this idea from Nubians about fortified structures on a river, and they take that idea up into Europe, and this is where you get the origin of the castle that you find in Europe with the drawbridges and stuff like that. When you see drawbridges drawbridge castles in Europe, that idea is actually a Nubian invention. It is not a European invention nor idea. It is not an Arab invention nor idea. That is a Nile Valley, Nubian, Northern Sudan invention. Okay? And the fortifications are still there. All the foundations of those fortifications are still there. They're even recorded in the 11th and 12th dynasties of Kemet in the place called Beni Hassan. And this is where you get depictions of wrestling and martial arts, the oldest records thereof. So, I mean, a whole lot of discussion and a lot of information comes out in these discussions that we have with each other.
And it's starting another good discussion. Something I keep in my little quick survey just to know things for me, to make things easy. When I hear the word cataract, it automatically means Nubia, because we know no cataracts in Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so even in our research and our survey, and another thing is it's simply the part of the river that they can't traverse without picking up the boat and walking past land. In most instances. And so we have these stories of people getting to the cataract and then having to pick up their boat for a minute and go for land and then going around until they get to the second cataract or the third cataract. But yeah, when I try to detail what we would try to call, or what Harkuf called the borders of Ta-Nehisi, we would deal with areas between the first, around, and generally by the first and second cataracts. Below that would be the areas called Kush at certain times. But then these borders obviously moved and back and forth over time. But yeah, I mean, we started a whole nother convo on that. Back to the pseudos, I guess.
Real quick, y'all about to go in.
No, real quick, man. G21, by the way, that Falburn for Nehesi.
It was G21.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's important to let the community know that the squad ain't built to smash up the damn community, man. Y'all just getting the fucking our way. All right? Cut the crap. That's not what we're here for. We're here to go up against academia that refuse to tell the fucking truth about Africa. That's why we're here. Understand that. And not just Kemet. So don't call me the Kemet guy, because I'm not the Kemet guy. Okay? Go talk to Ujao or somebody. I love the whole of Africa. I specifically love West Africa and South Africa. All right? And I clearly prove where the majority of the people come from that ended up in the Nile. So at the end of the day, man, we designed to deal with the academic public that refuse to publish, meaning put in books and put to the public the things that they already have found. They routinely publish articles on Africa, and y'all never hear about them because you don't spend the money. You hear the rinky-dink, okey-doke over and over and over again. The Sumerians are older. They write hundreds of books on the Sumerians. They know damn well it ain't. They play this game. You spray water over there in Iraq, all the shit will melt down. All right? So, I mean, the thing, people just jump out there and get in the way and get smacked up real quick. That ain't my thing, going around putting the team, because it's like picking on a kid with candy. It's easy. It's easy because then people make mistakes and don't nobody want to be honest and don't want, want to act like you something you're not. Man, that's not what this team is about. This team is not about acting like you're not something. If you got a degree, you got it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. It's all about how hard you can get it in. I mean, come on, man. Like that's what it's really about. How willing are you to learn the methodology to get into your story? And once you get that, you can challenge anybody on that. And so qualifications, man, the only qualification is, are you willing to work?
Yeah.
So
it's the work.
A lot of people want to do that easy shit, right? It's the work. So it's funny to me. Nigga jump out there with a fake ass degree, swinging it around like, dude, you hit that on the wrong person. That shit might have meant something to a SAR. That shit don't mean nothing to us. Care about no damn degree. Now, if you got one and you did it for real, I respect that. I say, damn, I wish I could have did that, play that game. That's crazy, man. And we here, to do research for anybody that's willing, to step up and say, man, I need your help on that. we would gladly do that. You know what I'm saying? So trying to be better than everybody else, that ain't even our thing, man. We just want to make sure that generations after us don't fall into this trap of making up this damn history and everybody call you Afrocentric, whatever the hell that is, like we all wearing a bunch of Afros. I don't know what the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? Where they just, we the joke community, the fly, that's what academics, they don't even deal with half of y'all because it's foolery. A lot of times people make claims from a scientific perspective and don't got a lab at first. Like, that's some joke time. You don't got a lab, but yet you're going to overturn the modern scientific community. Who's going to take you serious? Get a lab. Spend some money on some research. Put 100,000 up and get a real lab. Get some damn microscopes. The shit niggas making scientific discoveries without microscopes. Now, how the hell you do that? Reese's Monkey. You on a Reese's Monkey, don't own a Reese's Monkey. Well, damn, white people come to Reese's Monkey. Okay, well, where's your data? Just suggest that. So that we could look it over and say, okay, you're right. That's about a $35,000 monkey. Ain't none of y'all Negro pins buying no $35,000 monkey doing the research on it. Then you got to have a license to own one of the monkey and all that. So we'd be able to look all that up. So everybody cut out all the damn shenanigans, man. Come clean, right? Give the people the methodology so they ain't got to fucking follow your ass around, none of y'all around. Give them the right methodology so they can learn too. And the people will make sure you okay. But don't make it seem like y'all got the only information in the car. Like, that shit crazy. And that's what a pseudo is. A pseudo is a person that claims to be the only one with the damn answer. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's not a scientific thinker.
Pseudo alert.
That's a religious person. See, the pseudoism is no different than fanatical religiosism. Okay? Meaning, I got a conclusion, now I need to try to get the data to support it afterwards. Okay? That's a religious person. That's not scientific at all.
No.
The scientific approach, it says that you ask a question, then you consult other work. See, who else deals with this topic? You need to educate yourself on all the scholars, all the significant people who deal with the question at hand, and then you need to start to collect data, okay? And then after that steps down, then you might be able to come to get a hypothesis. Then after the hypothesis, you have to test your hypothesis, okay? Come on, I got a hypothesis, or I got a conclusion. Well, what's your hypothesis? Where's your data? What experiments did you engage in? Where's your tools at? Who did you consult with? Oh, Metal Nutcher? Oh, well, whose feet did you sit under? Or what did you do? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these things come into play. And the whole degree thing, you don't have to have a degree to be proficient in a field. You have to put the time in. You have to invest money and time, okay? So some of us will have degrees. Others, we're in different life circumstances, and we just put the time in, just as much as a person in college, and became just as, if not more, proficient. So we have a great mix here. Everyone here is scholastic, okay? It's like I had a conversation with a brother earlier. He said, well, ain't none of us here went to school for Egyptology. I said, well, you don't have to go to school for Egyptology to be proficient in this field. You just need to have the right sources to go to, okay? And you have to be good at what you're doing and know what you're talking about, okay? The first time I debated with a Jewish Egyptologist at Community College of Philadelphia, I was 21 years old, okay? 21. So
pseudo alert.
It's about putting that.
Hey,
pseudo alert. I just want to know how can a degree in sports management and English, a double major in sports management and English with a minor in psychology, how does that qualify you to discuss genetic evolution or biological evolution, and why would you imply that, or why would that be implied that qualifies one to discuss that topic authoritatively over someone else? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Oh yeah, because that's flying. You could absolutely get us in shape before we did the topic. Yes, get your calisthenics up.
Yeah, you don't. That's misplaced. It's called ego. Okay, you don't have nothing else left, so now you got to fake the funk. Like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just let your work and your logic speak for itself. Okay, you know what I mean? Don't flaunt anything fake. Don't do that. Especially with us, because we're going to check it out. Don't do that.
Well, let me get a call. Man.
Well, definitely for the record, to answer your question, it has nothing to do with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with the genetics or whatsoever. Nothing.
Hey, thanks for that issue, because I thought I was maybe I was missing something, man. Because sometimes I may get it wrong, but I thought the same thing. But thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was blown back. I was blown back by it. I didn't even think we had to have a damn degree for that discussion. Shit. I felt kind of good. I'm like, damn, yo, want to bring out some conditions on me. Damn, I must be smacking them up. Damn, only to find out. It wasn't. Let me stop, man. Let me move. Let me get the callers, man. Damn dream colors around here,
man. I think we had DEFCON. We had DEFCON 2 with the pseudos. What was it? DEFCON.
We ain't right now.
What the lowest get numbered, the more. Never mind.
Check out that writing, man, on WordPress, man. Damn. Let me see. Check out that nice little writing on WordPress, man. The Magi Archers, man. Hit his target again. Y'all gonna learn sooner or later, right? Yeah, get yourself out of that. That's a good article. That's a good read. Well put together, straight to the point. Very respectful. Unlike some people, they want to use certain homosexual gestures and talk about the squad, which I find to be very offensive and out of order.
You talking about the recent article?
Much so.
The recent article?
Yeah, the nonsense, the posted nonsense. Go to the WordPress joint, the smash put in there. Very excellent.
A case of document forgery and lies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very, very good article. I think there's a response to it.
His response was whack. That response, I felt sorry. Like I said, I don't like wasting my time going in on nobody. But when they can't even form a formidable response, it really makes it seem like a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, you really over? Like, you know what I'm saying? You talk all that crap and just like, it's just that easy. The cold part about it, like again, I ain't got no degree in nothing. So why would I look for the next man to have something in order to prove that he knows something? I prove that I know what I know by displaying my proficiency amongst my peers. And if my peers can say, you crazy, you fraud, or that's 100. Simple as that. And no matter what degree you got, if everybody look at your information and be like, you crazy as hell, that ain't real. Like, it don't matter what paperwork you got. And so I would never, and I feel, I got a soft spot for Ali Muhammad because he done ran up on the, you can put your foot in a bear trap, and when it snap on your ass, it really be painful. Oh, man, I'm trapped. You know what I'm saying? So you can say you got other degrees and other stuff, but I made sure that article was worded correctly. And forgery is an erroneously copied document, okay? And so that's what it says. It says forgery and lies. We know what lies are. And so let's just keep it real. Pseudo alert.
Also, the brother basically acquiesced and admitted to what was written in your article by confirming that the degree was not in the subject matter that he said it was in by his own admission. Sports management, education, sports management, education with a minor in psychology. So basically, his own admission is in support of the article. So I really don't understand. So this is, at this point,
where's the response at?
I'm not sure on. Black Panther's post on Facebook at this time.
On Black Panthers.
Brother,
so what the brother has the opportunity to do is to present his degree in biology, genetics, and or chemistry, and then he will be qualified in what he was making his claim about. But clearly, his degree is not in what he professed to be when he was speaking with Brother Ankh.
Yeah.
We also have the opportunity. You can, if anybody, we have a outlet for pseudos to be identified. We have an extra Gmail account, which is organizedtruth@gmail.com, and you can also call us. I'm from Syracuse, New York, which is area code 315. So if you dial 315 pseudo, that's 3155 pseudo. You can leave a voicemail, and I will personally call you back. That is a legitimate phone number, 3155 pseudo, or you can contact us at organizedtruth@gmail.com. And we would appreciate identifying these pseudos, 3155 pseudo. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So people see this is the thing. See, people don't understand debate. I mean, we got this sloppy debating that's been going on, so people don't really understand how debating and things. You know, the whole point was what Ish just said was that something was stated that the degree that a person has a degree in the subject matter that was being discussed. What was being discussed was biology, evolution, and genetics. All that kind of marries in with each other. So the implication to the audience was that a person was able to speak on that subject authoritatively because they have a degree in it, and then they went and showed the degree to kind of confirm it, back it up. So it was a misleading and disingenuous gesture by the brother, and that's the whole point. All this other sidebar stuff and everything is really diversion. So the brother acquiesced and admitted and confirmed the fact that the whole point that was being made, that no, the degree was not in that subject matter, so she should have kept it moving on the couch at the time. So the brother got caught out there. He needs to just straighten it out and let's just keep it moving. So that you can't run up and do that to the Amara Squad. So let this be a lesson learned. Period. Point blank. All that other stuff is just some extra stuff. That's just some extra fluff to divert everybody's attention and create keep this thing going. It's over with. It's done. So it's done. So the good article smash, and it's done. It's a wrap. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
It's really just about respect too. Be respect. As long as he's respectful and people are respectful, we just return back what people give to us, and it's really just about respect. Unc did not disrespect him when this original engagement even took place. Unc was very respectful. So just be an adult and be mature of how you address us. That's all we ask.
All the ad hominems, name calling, saying somebody's a dud, slow minded, Uncle Ruckus, all this stuff. Man, come on, that's uncalled for. It's done.
Right, and the Harlem Diva fits. That's not going to fly either. So other people can maintain their calm also. I'm not going to mention no names,
really?
But just calm down with the diva fits.
Oh, let me see. He said Temple University gave me a degree with misspelled words on it as a major university. Facts. Folk on digging. One person said a major in dance. That shit was funny.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Come and think about it.
You got a degree in dance, Joe. You do.
He don't know how well researched that thing is. He keeps trying to play it off. Anybody go to Temple University bulletin from the year he graduated for that department, and really I didn't even put it in the article, but really the degree is health, physical education, or sports and leisure, and that department falls under recreation and dance. So the person who said that was poking fun at him just because he did his homework himself, was saying that you actually was in the recreation and dance department. So stop tripping, bro. Stop showing.
And you know what? Here's something. Hold on. Here's something else too.
Who would get this nigga an honorary? Who would get this nigga an honorary degree? What school in their right mind would ever get that nigga an honorary degree? the hell out of here.
Yeah. Okay, a Bachelor of Science in Sports and Recreation Management is under the Department of School of Tourism and Hospitality Management.
No. So he's touring now?
No, I'm looking at the website right now. No, listen, I'm looking at the website right now. Temple University Bulletin, the Bulletin 2015 to 2016.
Right.
Yeah.
That's under the Department of Recreation. So the branch of the college is HPERD, and he's in the RD, which is Recreation and Dance, where you find tourism and hospitality.
It's not that he has a degree in dance. It's under that division. And really the bottom line, according to his own admission, now this is his own admission, that the brother does not have a degree remotely connected to the subject matter that was discussed, which was evolutionary biology. Period.
I want to know.
That's the point. Everything else is a straw man and a deviation. Everything else is a straw man. That's one thing. You can't move the goalpost. Debate 101. You never acquiesce to a faulty premise, because if you do, you will always reach a faulty conclusion. So the number one rule in debate 101 is to never ever move from a faulty premise. You stick to it, and that's it. You ain't got to talk about nothing else. Nothing else. Honorary degree.
I gotta tell you, man, Twinkle Toes, you breaking my heart. Say it ain't so.
Degree. Say it ain't so.
Man. Oh man.
So we was absolutely right when we say when it said you're dancing, watch him get down. So he actually has that dance. He's actually a dancer. Brings me that Michael Jackson song. Dance, dance, watch it get down. Dance machine. It's right in the degree. Say dance, yo. You right, yo.
Dance machine. Watch it get down.
Watch it get down. And you know what? This just speaks to the urgency.
We just be making, man. This shit's fun, but it's not fun. It's like it's funny, but it's not. It's fun.
Take the fun out of the game. We was having a good discourse on A00. We can't, and that's the whole thing about the A00. No one will give anybody an honorary degree when you're calling A00 AMH. Like you don't even know what you're talking about. It's crazy. We can't even focus on that information.
So we're just asking for the honorary degrees to be presented so that we can vet that source. Because I mean, if it's Land of Moo University, I need to see that.
Honorary degree, or he would give us one. I thought I read it. I skimmed over it quick.
No. He said, be nice. I may confer some honorary doctorates. Confer.
Yeah, like I might give y'all some.
Give right. So I mean, that's what I said. All this stuff is sidebar. The whole entire point is that the brother lied and he's disingenuous on Sarnetta's couch. Period. That's it. Because he implied that his degree was in the subject matter that was being discussed, and he did so disingenuous to belittle Unc. And the bottom line is that he got caught out there, and he's just fighting hard not to bite it, and just
it backfired because the information presented was faulty. That's correct.
It's just done.
It's simple. Yeah.
Physical education, that's a gym teacher. Recreation and dance, that's a jumping jack teacher. So when you want to learn to do some jumping jacks, you go to him. Recreation.
Anytime somebody's going to tell you that there's only 67% similarities between the DNA between black people and white people, they cannot have a degree in evolutionary biology or biology, period.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, there's barely any difference genetically, okay, between all groups of people on a scientific level. There is no scientific merit for the division of races. It's more of a surface phenotypical and social parameter, all right, on a scientific, okay? We still believe, that we're African and everything, but again, these are really historical and social parameters that we have. It's not genetic in a sense.
And it's definitely not 67%. Yeah. Anytime you can have 50% in common with a banana and 80% with a rabbit,
right,
or whatever the case is,
and about 99% with other primates. Okay.
No, 98. That's 98.
Oh, 98%?
98.8.
Correct.
Yeah, but 99.1, that's a big-ass difference, though. See, people don't even understand that. And the 98%, 98.8 is the difference between swinging around the motherfucking tree in Africa and driving a goddamn Land Rover in Africa. That's a big-ass difference. Learn science,
Yes, it
man.
is. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
people
big
gotta
difference.
learn science, man. Oh man, I can't believe Tim Brady so close to. No, nigga, 98.8 ain't close. Like, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's you know what, man? You know what? Let me take some callers, man, because this is ridiculous. So I'm not trusting nobody on that shit, man. Like, people need to really clean their act up.
It's not about trust or not trust. Just let the brother straighten it out with Temple University. Give him a little leeway. I'm sure he'll fix it. He'll get it right. He's a good dude.
What?
He'll get his degree. He'll get his degree. Yeah, but see, he said that he stated that he never went to the clearinghouse to see what's being read as his degree. So he'd never done that before. So give him the opportunity to go to his institution, get his diploma right, and then contact the clearinghouse, and then get that information right. And then the additional information that we got that we're not going to present, he can go and get that right. So, we're doing his job for him, but we're really just asking for him to just go on and carry on, because we've got more important things to focus on. But we will civilize the savage. I keep telling them. We will civilize the savage. But we're going to let him straighten it out.
And everything you just said is besides the point. I mean, I'm saying like on his thing, because the point is that he perpetrated that he has a degree in the subject matter being discussed. That's some disingenuous stuff. That that speaks to a person's integrity and credibility.
You are
and
absolutely
I'm sorry.
correct, Joe. You are absolutely correct.
Even if he goes and corrects what he said, like you could put a checklist. He could correct it, and I commend the brother for having a degree. I mean, hands down. I mean, I definitely don't take away from having a degree, et cetera, and all that.
It's Temple of White University. It's Temple of White University.
No, it's an HBCU. I thought Temple was an HBCU. Lincoln, I thought Lincoln and Temple were both HBCUs.
Well, all I do know, whether it's white, red, black, yellow, purple, or brown, that degree is not in evolutionary biology. And I'm gonna keep sticking on that, because that's the whole point. Everything else is diversions and fluff and sleight of hand. The point is that the brother was disingenuous and speaks to somebody's credibility.
Hey Joe, here's the next thing. He's gonna act like that the public house got that wrong. But you got to know the thing that he actually presented. There is no such thing as a bachelor's in science. A bachelor's in science in what? Would it be biology? Would it be evolutionary biology? Let me see. In what?
No, he already finally as of today, because this was asked of him a long time ago. See, that's why I said this is being dragged out purposely. That's why I understand debating tactics. Finally, by his own admission, he tells everyone what his degree is in: sports management and education with a minor in psychology. So let's take his word for it. None of those things have to do with evolutionary biology.
He did it again. He added it again. No. He did it again. Let me get the call, man. You're right. None of that.
That's right, Joe.
With the debate. You're right, Joe. So he's still crazy, man. Why is he still? So is this the methodology of a pseudo? Just continue to move. He not only moving the goalpost, he moving the whole goddamn field. We looking for the score right now, because that ain't where the game was played at.
3155 pseudo. I'm telling you, good. Give him a call. 3155 pseudo. Leave me a text. I'll call you back.
No, hey, forget that. I'm still waiting for him to demonstrate to me personally that the reason we know, the proof that we know that a woman comes from man is that.
Oh Lord.
I'm still waiting for him to prove that to me, because I think it was about 3-4 years ago, he got on here in his own record. We know that women come from man because the smell of a man turns on her menstrual cycle.
Right? Oh, yeah. You beat him up. We're going to get that clip.
saying? I'm waiting for him to come back.
Oh my goodness!
Waiting for him to come back because I witnessed.
And I'm waiting for Ali Muhammad's original claim that Benjamin Banneker and Benjamin Franklin is the same person. He made that public claim, and we're also waiting. He did. So we're waiting for his proof that Benjamin Banneker and Benjamin Franklin are the same person, and we're waiting for that land of moose shit too.
And hold on. Oh, here's another one. I'm still waiting for him to demonstrate that when it comes to the ancient Kemetic language, that he's not illiterate, because he's going to get up there and talk about. There's this picture of. It actually comes out of the temple, the tomb of Seti I. He says, "Oh, this is proof of the flood of Noah, and that we left the earth on a spaceship." Okay.
Yeah, what's the name of that? I got that document. What's the name of that?
Okay.
The what we calling that? I got that document.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring that in the video
I don't know
form.
about the document, but I know that.
Whoa. No. I got the document. What's wrong with you? Come on, bro.
No.
Pay for that. I paid for that first hand, nigga.
You don't listen. I said that.
All I know is that the brother don't have a degree in evolutionary biology.
And all I know is that he sat there and said that, and he cannot read anything on that on that picture. And I said and I put it out there. I said, brother, it has nothing to do with Noah. It tells you what it's about. All you gotta do is read it. It's right in front of you. He's illiterate. When it comes to Kemetic language, he's illiterate, and that's piss poor. Piss poor. You're gonna make a claim, and you can't even read.
Read. Read. Well, man, let me get these callers, man. He got a whole daggone. Boy, we gonna go. Ooh, man. Run your mouth one more time. I dare you. 347, your line is open. I'm the wrong squad up. Hit one on your keypad. We're going down the line. Oh, wait. Whoa. Hold on. 424, your line is open. Talk to us.
What's happening, family? I'm in Rock Squad. This is Chief X.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up? Chief X. I'm doing all right. What's that? It is the whole lot of Rock Squad. Dr. Oya still on the line?
Yeah.
Is your sister still on the line?
Yeah.
How you doing, Dr. Oya? This is Chief X, and you know I love you and I love your work, and I got big respect for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
I was chosen just listening to the brothers go in. Like, how are you doing? This is way past my bedtime.
I'm so fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Ali Muhammad, this is although he did lie. See, Ali Muhammad's he's a smart cat. You know what I mean? He has great potential. He does great research.
Hold on,
Ali Muhammad.
Hold on for a minute.
Huh?
Hold on. Hey, y'all got 90 seconds to call in. The call-in number is 347-857-2055. All right? Listen to the Raw Squad. We're not listening to that bullshit Chief X just said. It's bullshitting right now. Raw Squad.
But anyway, Ali Muhammad's brilliant. So what it is he knows better. This is intentional. His intent is not righteous. Okay? He's been doing this pseudo stuff for years. And I remember me and Ali Muhammad had a discussion on Facebook. And I told him he needs to remove the Aboriginal name off of his business. I said, because Aboriginal is a term strictly for Australians. It's not for all African people. It's for the dark people in Australia. That term was specifically for them. And I had done the research on it and proved it to him. I said, you're better off, Ali, using the word indigenous or original or native. But Aboriginal describes Australians. We went back and forth. He got pissed and blocked me because I had proved it. See, so he intentionally lies, intentionally miseducates, and that needs to stop. Now, Ali Muhammad actually, just to clear it up, I have respect for his knowledge, but he actually needs to come out and make a public apology. Okay? All that talk and dancing around and trying to get around it, he's a PE teacher. He needs to just make a public apology, and we move on and carry on, you know what I mean? Because to continue to lie, you're gonna get yourself deeper and deeper, and it's just disingenuous. You need to show some righteous behavior, show some good intent, and apologize.
Let me say this: does an Egyptian relief depict humans leaving the Earth on spaceships? You got from sundown, Ali Baba Muhammad. I'm making a video on this. All right, I'm going straight for the work now. Now I'm interested in your work now. Because I disagree with you, Chief X. I disagree. He's a terrible researcher. He's a terrible researcher.
Well, that's why I said
he's been living off the ignorance. He's been living off the ignorance for the people for the last 10 years. If not for the Amaral Squad, right, he would have continued that foolishness. I promise you that. Unabated. But
I agree.
Let me get this next caller. Let me grab this next caller right here. All right? I'm going to say this again. You got till sundown, goddammit, to apologize. Else I'm doing a video, a scholarly video, okay, entitled, Does an Egyptian Relief Depict Humans Leaving the Earth on a Spaceship? By Mocha University, and I think this was it with you, Simjet. Am I correct in that? Are you helping that? Where you at, Simjet? I just disappeared. All right, 347. You're not
I'm right here.
Squad
yeah, I'm right here.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. That was me and Asar did that.
Oh, he left your name out. Telling me wrong for that, yo.
Yeah.
Make sure I add you in there, yo. This was in April 2013 when he made that claim. They was talking shit. All right, talking shit. Got him.
Yeah, that was 2013. That was 2013.
Yeah, gave him a break. 2013, man. He got in his book. If y'all go back to the video, I picked this book and started laughing, and I showed you. He showed that. He said that depiction of that Egyptian relief was Noah's Ark. It's right in his book. Yeah, I'm going.
Look, man, Ali has conceded the point that Brother Jonathan Smash Rockwell has presented the information. He did not dispute Smash's information on the key points.
We'll leave him alone.
So
we'll leave him alone.
He conceded their point, unless he get out the pocket and get disrespectful. If he get disrespectful, then all right.
No, he did. But Ish though, I mean, I definitely you absolutely right. But I just don't want. I got to be straight. He continued to be disrespectful even in his reply. Call as far as to the brother. I know Uncle can speak for himself. You know, but that's just disrespectful all along. Because the whole thing. I mean, we gave him outs. We helped him out by showing him the misspell. First of all, we helped him by showing him the misspellings. He didn't recognize it at first, and now he didn't know about the clearinghouse report, and we helping him out. So there's two help outs, and then we still, the brother Unk still gets ridiculed or attempts to ad hominem attacks on the brother Unk, calling him a dud and this, that, and the other. So I mean, I know Unk can speak.
Oh, I'm gonna dud his ass up tomorrow. I'm dudding you up.
No, hold on. I'm not trying to instigate. Wait a minute. I'm not trying to put a battery.
I'm a duddy. I can't hear you because I'm a dud. Did you say don't?
Wait. I
can't hear you. I'm a dud.
All right, let's scratch that. I'm not trying to put a battery back. I'm saying the point is done.
Battery. I know that Negro pen did do that. All right, gotcha.
But the point is done. Like it said, he conceded. He conceded that he don't have a degree in.
That's when Jao trying to work you up.
I'm working you up.
Right. What's my name? Remember that? What's my name?
No,
That's how I do it. What's
actually,
my name?
let me reverse that.
Who was Ali fighting? Who was Ali fighting that time? What's my name? Beat him for 15 rounds. That's what I'm gonna do. What's my name?
But Ish is 100% right. The brother, by his own admission, he conceded to the point, and it should be clear that that's not what his degree is in. He even furthers his point and furthers his admission by saying his plans back then was to deal with sports and become a sports lawyer. He didn't say he planned on taking those degrees to become a geneticist or a biologist, et cetera, et cetera. It's clear, so it's done. It's really done. Everything else is.
Ain't got shit to do with no damn
right.
sports lawyer, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Man, I can read. They ain't got shit to do with no sports lawyer. Sport your ass up out of here. This is the dud talk. How about that? I'm gonna judge your ass tomorrow. Man.
I messed up. All right, but listen.
Yeah, I'm
so you
judge.
have to call it.
347, your line is open. This is brother Uncle Dud, Black African Power.
That's funny,
347. All right, get out of there. 240 the Dud is speaking. I'm a raw squad, Dud it up.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's good?
Had a quick question for the team.
Go.
A little bit off the topic, but
get us off that, man. I'm feeling like a dud. Get us off that.
I wanted to know if any of y'all could point me in the right direction, or any reads, or tell me if there were any reads. I'm trying to see if there's any correlation between any ancient African anthropomorphism in their philosophies and evolution. I'm trying to see if there's any correlation between the anthropomorphism that we spoke about in Kemet and all over different parts of Africa and evolution, and I'm just trying to see if we were trying to imply any type of interrelationship between us. You know how we have Tahuti depicted as hedge herb or the baboon, or sometimes we have the hawks, and we know, that these animals, these birds, these apes came before us. I'm trying to see if we're looking at them as an ancestor or something.
Okay. Let me just give a quick response. When you look at depictions, let's say Tahuti, either in the zoomorphic form of a baboon or a zoomorphic form of the habu bird that the Greeks call ibis, you even may see Ra or Ra Harakti with the head of a hawk. Those are not implications of evolution. Okay, those are dealing with principles, okay, or the characteristics of that animal in relation to character traits that human beings strive for. So those are the things. Those wouldn't have implications for evolution. You have to go to other sources for that. So you can look at the Kepler beetle and look at the meaning linguistically of what it's talking about. And so I hope that kind of gives you some direction. I'm definitely I want you to read, but this is what I want you to do. Get a pen. You got a pen or a pencil?
Oh yeah, I got my pen and my notebook right here.
Okay. This one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a quick sketch on how to do research. Okay.
No, whoa. Hold on, man. Let us all answer the question before you go into that real quick, Sinjetti. Come on, bro.
Okay, before that, I got my pen.
Well, make sure you let me get to it. So go ahead.
All right. I just wanted to let you know, I knew everything that you're saying, and I studied the eye or the hawk or the eagle or whatever you want to call it for real, and I understand exactly what they meant by that, and exactly what they meant by the baboon, and how the sun raises, and how sometimes it's implied that maybe they're singing when they do the little chatter and they raise their hands up like adorations to Ra. I definitely deeply understand all of that, but I was just looking at how there was. If you look, there was some type of island or something where we outlawed the killing of certain birds, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head in Kemet, and also there was a lot of mummifications of certain what they would call, I think it was a golden wolf, the Egyptian golden wolf that they renamed. They thought that, which was Ampu or Set or whatnot, and the cats as well. So I knew we liked their characteristics, but it also seemed like we were paying homage to them, we understood that they came before us, and just really just trying to extrapolate and look deeper past that, the senses and everything else. It seemed like it was hinting at something else, but Go ahead.
Yeah, parts I have some doubts about it, but I definitely invite you to do that research. And pretty much all I'm going to do is tell you to get this book called Seba. It's SEBA.
Yes.
Subtitle: A Researcher's First Handbook. Okay. Now it's put out by the University of Tennessee. All right. So what you're going to do is you get that book. That's going to give you a guide on how to do the research. Okay. Step by step. All right. So when you come back to us, let's say several weeks from now or whatever the case may be. Huh? Right. Yeah. So when you come back several weeks from now, you can have some steps. You know what I'm saying? Some and some really good information to bring back. And then you still have to be open to whether it's a yes or no question, because the research may say actually those are not implications, but you could come up with they are implications, but you have to collect the data.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the homework. That's the homework.
So what you think? What you think, my brother? What you think? Honestly speaking, what's in your mind? Real quick, what you think?
You're asking what do I think?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think we're seeing the deeper in the relationship? Because you can go into your backyard and start to see in the relationship between everything. So I don't think that take no groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Like Darwin wasn't even. He didn't have a degree in science. You know, he was the autodidact. He was self-taught, and all he did. Watch this. All he did was go around and look at different things and deduce that shit evolved. So you mean to tell me black people couldn't have did that? Darwin didn't have no fossils. See, that's what everybody refused to study Darwin. How in the hell can a white boy, listen to what I'm saying, all he did was travel around and study different areas and studied animals, right? How does he understand evolution? And then later on, science would back it up when they started to find fossils. But people that was on the earth 194,000 years, at least 200,000 years before any gene mutation will make help, they don't see it. Mm-hmm. You get me, brother? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I definitely do. Yeah. I had some Gozi about this. Yeah.
Look at all the symbology, right? Look at all the relationships. The idea that everything is interrelated comes from the African. They won't say that, though. They won't say it. They won't say it. They'll say Darwin and them. They won't part their lips. The idea that everything is African, man. And it's so African, yo, that you can't get around it. That everything has an interrelationship. That everything, you can learn from everything around you. Because why would they say, my brother to this and that? My sister that and that? Referring to the different animals. Why would Darwin write a subchapter on dung beetles?
Right.
Why does modern evolutionary science study dung beetle as a test species to understand evolution? But yet these brothers and sisters where the dung beetle originates, where's the most species at, they don't look at that and get that from that? Nah, I can't buy that, man. Like it don't, and then they give you the definition of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just mad, man. Like, you know what? Like, it's a very, very interesting study at the end of the day. And look, hold that real quick. Let me get to this next caller, man. I'm thinking of some fireworks. What you want, 615? Your line is open.
I want. Hello?
Yeah, where you at? What's up?
What's up, Punk? What's going on? This is Lex.
Yeah, what's up with the foolery? What's up with the foolery, Lex?
Man, I mean,
seriously,
I know what's going to happen, so let me just say this briefly.
No, as long as you don't say nothing stupid out your mouth, Lex. As long as you don't say nothing stupid and non-scientific, yo, you good. But if you come up here with that creationist bullshit, it's going to get real done real fast.
See,
well, go
you
ahead.
already did it. And I know that's why you do it, because you got a little fear. But let me just get this out, bro.
A fear of what, though?
The evolution that the evolution concept that y'all kick are so pseudo, and what y'all do is not right. The way you try to degrade people who don't agree with you, and then you have conversations. Hold on, you have conversations amongst yourselves without an opposing view. But let me say this: when you just spoke about Darwin, Darwin came out of a Jesuit college, and his research was a Christian-funded research. But I don't even want to get into that. But I want to say this: if any time I'm willing to prove, right, and I know I'm crazy and everyone, so you won't take this serious, but I dare you to be men and have a real conversation with me any day, any time about the evolution concepts that y'all pose and what you call scientific theory, because you lied about scientific theory on Kalam's show the other day. You and Dr. Mahat. For one thing, let me say something about scientific theory real quick. You said y'all made these statements. If you look up the word scientific, if you look up the word scientific theory right now, it's going to say the lie you said the other day, like this is a well-established this is a well-established thing or whatever, and do observation and all of this. And you even said tested. There's no theory in evolutionary biology that has been tested.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man?
All right, so you can do
like,
all of that,
so
the propaganda you want to do right now. Hold on, you don't even let
I'm going to get you the fuck off the line because you're just dumb.
Okay.
You can say what you want to say. You're dumb. Do you know what you're proposing right now? Let me show you why you're dumb. Give us, through data, give us a reference right now that says what you're saying. Right now. You should have it at the top of your head because you know what show you just came on. Go ahead, Lex. Prove to the listening community right now that you have a document, a dictionary, a scientific, anything that supports what you just said on what a scientific theory was. Go ahead, Lex.
See, you're playing a game. You didn't let the people hear what I said.
Wow.
You're playing.
No, I'm saying,
so listen.
Whatever you do.
All right, let me. Calm down,
bro.
You shouldn't get upset when someone just.
I'm
you
not.
ain't even
I'm
let
not
me.
mad. No, you're doing the pseudo shuffle. I'm not letting you do anything. Before we further this conversation, what I am telling you is, give us some documentation that supports what you just said. No dancing, no calm down, because I'm very calm. I'm simply saying for you to get to the next round of this conversation, give me some documentation so we don't think you just making that shit up trying to sound good. Go ahead, Lex.
He's done for the night.
Next round. Give me that.
And like I said, that's why we got to get into a unbiased format, so you won't be able to call it the game you're playing right now.
Wait, instead of saying that, you could have gave the reference in those brief words you just said. You could have gave the reference, brother. No. Okay. So let's play the game. Give the reference. Give the reference.
Y'all
we're
are intellectual cowards. That's why you won't let me speak.
No.
When you're ready,
right now you're wasting words.
That's
why you were getting threatened to.
But for the people to know, y'all are more pseudo than the people y'all call pseudo.
Evidence over rhetoric.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. You wasted your time just now. You had the time to give the reference because you just now said that you can find the definition of scientific theory in the dictionary. I mean, so you're basically defeating yourself even in your own statement. And now when you give an opportunity to provide a support for what you're saying, you want to discuss commentary about somebody playing a game.
So what's the difference between the scientific theory and a scientific fact?
No.
Theory.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
No. Really quick is that a theory is an explanation of facts. You said yourself that you could find a definition. So either you can't read or you're not comprehending what you read. And we can help you out.
Now here you go with that game again.
No. There's no game. I'm telling you, brother. You asked the question.
Read, but you wouldn't even let me finish saying what I had to say. Listen, a scientific theory is not a fact.
You asked the question. You said what's the difference between a scientific theory and a scientific fact?
I'll tell you the difference since you don't know.
What is wrong?
No. Wait.
Right? Let me tell you.
I know. Wait. I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me,
brother. So just humble yourself.
You asked me the question. I didn't ask you the question, brother. You asked me the question.
Humble yourself
you asked me
and learn something real quick. Okay?
You asked me the question.
Hold on, Lex.
But you asked me the question.
You don't give us a source, right? So please enlighten us on what
we're having a random conversation on the phone, bro. You asking me for documents?
No.
Come on,
nigga,
man.
you jumped on the. Do you know where you at?
Why don't you just let me finish what I'm saying instead of trying to railroad it?
This is not a because we don't want random conversations. We don't have time for random conversations, bro.
All right.
This ain't the random conversation show. Hold on, when you get on here and you sound the most intelligent. That's not this show. This the wrong spot.
But you didn't even let me lay down what I was saying in order to vet what I was saying. You cut me off because you're scared of what I'm saying.
Nobody is scared.
Just let me. Can I just finish? Can I just tell you what I think, so you can go on and you can call me stupid and try to make yourself look big.
Hold on,
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Do you have a laboratory?
Do you?
No, I don't.
Do any of you? Okay, so we're all researchers here, so don't ask me if I have a laboratory.
I'm asking, do you have a laboratory, Lex? I don't have one. So I have to use other people's data. So do you have a laboratory, Lex?
Yes or no?
You got that from me, man. I already pulled y'all's card on Did You Have a Laboratory?
Lex, I'm asking you that, Lex.
Why
instead of giving commentary,
confusion
hold on,
hear what I have to say, though.
Hold on.
Just stop the confusion and let me say something, bro.
Lex, I'm asking you a question, bro. So you don't have a laboratory.
You already made the accusation,
bro.
So
Just
Lex,
give me
I'm
30
seconds.
talk,
Lex, I'm not gonna give you 30 nothing. What I'm telling you is, since you don't have a laboratory, right, then you can't present your own data. You have to give us other people's data. So that's why I'm asking you source material on what you're saying, since you yourself are the scientist. Now, do you understand how that works?
I understand what you're
I'm
saying.
telling you,
And
you're not.
I can't do that right now. I can't do that.
Okay,
so let me finish.
Thank you for being honest. Hold on. Thank you for being honest.
I never said I
for
could.
For the first time in your conversation. Thank you. So go ahead and tell us.
So
what
now
the
let me
fact
give
is,
you
bro.
some education.
No. Tell us. No.
A scientific theory, right?
Tell us what the fact is. Based off of what, bro? Go.
So
based off
of fact is applicable science, meaning it can be reproduced. Meaning, if I tell you this is how electricity works, the reason why you can turn on your light, that's science, because we know how this thing works. We know the laws, and we can prove it because every time we do this, this is what happens. The reason why I asked you to explain to me the difference between the theory and the fact is because you don't know. Now, in evolutionary biology...
Wait. You don't ask somebody a question because they don't know. Come on, brother. Don't do that. See, you're accusing us of playing games.
Hold on, but
you're the one playing games. Wait a minute. No. I specifically said a theory, a scientific theory. No. Pause for a second because you just said some wild stuff. 1 second. No, 1 second.
But
I'm saying real quick. We're gonna clear this up.
One more
scientific theory. Wait a minute. A scientific theory is an explanation of facts. Theories are not facts. Okay, so don't do the straw man logical fallacies.
No, listen.
It's not going to work.
So when you say, listen, when someone calls into a show and you're trying to make them look stupid talking about, do you know what a scientific theory is and all of this and this? What I'm telling you in evolutionary biology, the theories in it cannot be reproduced. If you can give me one experiment where it has been reproduced in a lab, you can shut everyone up right now. Just give us one.
I mean, like, are you fucking serious?
Okay, so now we gave you full range.
Whoa. What fucking dude, evolution, first of all, you don't look at evolution, you look at evolution in a population, first of all.
Oh, here we
go.
So the very fact I didn't ask you all that, bro.
Let me
finish. Give me the scientific. Listen, brother,
the brother doesn't understand evolution.
I can tell you about some of that they attempted to.
Let me make
my
point.
Because in order to call it science, let me make my point.
Lex,
hold on. So this is what I'm telling you. You're lying to the people.
Lex. So, are you trying to tell me?
Pseudo alert.
Because I'm gonna bring you something. I'm gonna bring you some documented shit real quick. But are you trying to tell me that they don't observe evolution in the population? Is that what you're trying to say? That they don't take studies and can see evolution in human populations? Are you saying that? Are you saying that they cannot look at bones and see evolution in that? Are you saying that to us right now, Lex?
Is this Lex from the Hangout?
Again,
Lex.
Again,
not going to answer that
with
question,
me, you moving the goalpost.
How could you see evolution?
I didn't see
microevolution. Listen, you can certainly see microevolution.
I didn't ask you.
But how in the hell? Listen, how in the hell can you see a process that takes thousands of years in a lab, man? Like, it's dumb. But you can certainly see it in a population.
You can call it dumb.
They've
but
documented
here's the point.
No, wait a minute. They've documented that. Are you saying that's not documented?
That what is
occurs in populations, not in people. It doesn't occur in one person, bro. They look at populations to look at this. This is not complicated.
Don't try to use the intellectual superiority card. Just answer my question.
They look at this. I just answered
your
question. I said,
okay, let me give you an example. Can I give you an example?
No.
Y'all made a lying statement the other day, right? That humans are classified as apes. basically primates, right?
Nope.
Didn't you say that?
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Yes.
I ain't doing
it.
I
know you're not going to do it.
Human beings are great apes.
Just because someone writes it in a book.
Human beings, human beings are great apes.
Not doing
yes.
it.
Wujao says that.
I'm not doing it.
Wujao said that.
This nigga's just fucking stupid, man.
Wujao says that.
All right. Wujao, you're ignorant. Let me tell you why.
Wow.
I can show you so many differences in the anatomy between humans and primates that it's ridiculous. And when you talk about being in the same class, just because, listen, Ian, hold on. Not only that, hold on. Let it come out. Don't hide it from the people. Not only that.
Check this out. Hold on. I'm cutting this fool off. Hold on. First of all, right?
Good.
I'm not going to allow a person to continue to talk and not apply one reference.
Right.
That's not right. That's not fair. So that's a pseudo game.
I'm hearing a lot of noise. I don't know if it's my phone.
What is that? Whose phone is that?
There you go.
That wasn't
it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
That's switching column and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just say, well, of course they see evolution in the lab. Of course they do. Now, you got microevolution, right, which affects the macroevolution. Anybody with some common sense know that. And guess what? This is the trick. Here's the trick. Scientists don't separate the two. I'm going to say this again. Scientists do not separate the two. They don't separate microevolution, right, from macroevolution. It's all evolution. So we do see evolution occur in the lab. See, this is a little game he tries to play. But he won't give you any documentation. What he does is he brings you the creationist argument, which has all been debunked. Everything that this dude is saying, you can look in the motherfucking creationists, which are white Christians. If you think I'm playing, look it up. Type in creationists or intelligent design. The same thing he's saying, that's exactly what they say. All that has been debunked. As a matter of fact, they took it to court. So why would you come on here with that crap, bruh? That's why you won't supply your sources, because it'll take you back to white Christians. You want to talk about the white boy thing? Let's do that.
Well,
he will not only that though, documentation. He just won't do it.
This is why people, this is why we all, we're all in this together. This is why all of us need to become scientifically literate, and why things are called and named the way they're named and stuff. The brother said, he asked about the humans being great apes. That is a classification, period. That's just like human beings are mammals. And I'm sure the same brother won't have a problem with the humans being a mammal classification. These are different taxonomic classifications, and they come in a hierarchy. And any just simple study of biological taxonomy will tell you about these different classifications of terms. They're just classifications. Human beings are great apes, period. Just like human beings are mammals, period. That's it. Human beings are the Homo genus, and then there are of the Hominidae, which is another word that they use for great apes. Simple as that. I mean, it's nothing to even argue about somebody lying or not lying. It's just a categorical name for human being, period. Like you say, Homo sapien sapien. So I don't understand.
Yeah, I understand. I clearly understand. Let's just get on the show and let's just talk. Yeah, right, man. Get out of here, man. It's a bunch of foolery, man.
The brother who was on the phone before,
he's still on there.
Okay, I was going to, because the brother had a good question. I forgot. I did want to offer him something really quick, though. I wanted clarification at first, but if he's not on the phone.
I'm still here. You're on the phone?
Oh, okay. Yeah. It sounds like you were looking for some kind of reference from the ancients about any hint towards evolution dealing with from animals and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say that it speaks to what I just said about classifications, that ancient Africans were the original ontologists, which is a word that means categorizing existence and things, labeling things. And in the different stories, human beings are said to come from the tears of Ra. And I just wanted to let you know about a book, you probably already know about it, but it's a book of knowing the transformations of Ra and overthrowing of Apep. And within that text, it speaks about different processes of Ra and the transformations that it goes through. Human beings are said to come from the tears. Now, we know that's not literal, but in that you'll find some information about different processes, not necessarily from animals themselves, but you can look into the culture and see the hints of the relationships between human beings and animals, because animals were used as totems, these ancestral totems in different clans and clusters of people. So I just wanted to kind of add on to that.
Okay, I definitely know what you're talking about. I'll reference that. I'm just researching something I'm trying to write right now. But I also wanted to know, do you have any information on like the doggone and how they like talk about aquatic beings and stuff like that coming? Like it may be just part of their story. I don't think they may mean it literally. I'm not really too sure about that, but you know, I do know that aquatic animals came first, and then, you know, we had the divergence into, like, land animals, and then there was the extinction where almost all of the land animals, 95% of them, became extinct or something like that. And so I was trying to see if there was a correlation that I could draw between the doggone and what we're talking about right now, too.
If you're familiar with The Pale Fox, and then the conversation with the blind elder that was written by the French team that studied and lived among the Dogons for a period of time. You'll find some information in there. But one thing you got to be mindful of is in these African traditions, a lot of it is initiatory in nature. So there's different levels of the information. So even in Dogon, they will tell you, even within that book that I just mentioned, they will tell you that the teachings, the information has different levels, and on the first surface level, you'll be taught a certain thing, a literal meaning, and then there's other levels until you reach the last level. That's when you're given the realities behind the metaphors. So when people try to talk about the Nomo, and the Nomos coming from Cyrus A, Cyrus B, being extraterrestrials coming down, touching down in water, and evoluting and teaching man, and this and that, they are talking about the mythos narratives and not really the realities behind those things. So that's got to be mindful. But off the top of my head, I can't give you too much information more than that.
I was just trying to tie that in because I do know from reading about them that they say that they came from Kemet, you know, once it was starting to be invaded. So I was going to be able to like tie, you know, the doggone with Kemet, and then it seemed like I'm not sure because I'm not initiated into the doggone or anything like that, but I know that just based off of the way that we were talking to Kemet and the way how we use anthropomorphic figures in Kemet, that's probably the same thing that the doggone were doing, since they said that they came from Kemet as well. So I feel like just sometimes we can use more information from the doggone to draw further correlations or the missing parts from Kemet that we don't have as well, and other parts of Africa as well. But appreciate the information.
Definitely. All right, no problem.
All right. Definitely. When y'all get a chance, man, I need y'all to look up Shane Campbell Station. He's going for his doctorate in Harvard University. And what this brother actually did was, first of all, a lab doesn't necessarily have to be inside of a building. Scientists also study outside the lab. Well, the nature itself becomes a lab. They take certain areas and they study certain populations, certain things, right? And so when we talk about the brother Shane Campbell Station, okay, Harvard University, what he did was he was studying the lizard, a particular lizard, right? What he did was like a bad weather pattern came in. So he was studying a group of lizards, and a bad weather came in, and he left, okay? When he came back, the population of lizards he was studying had changed to its environment, and they're calling this rapid evolution. So based off of this brother's work, right, at Harvard University, he shows evolution, what they're calling rapid evolution, okay? His lab was studying in nature itself, all right? This is what the studies was, all right? He was documenting and all that. When he came back to study those same group of lizards, he had figured out, you know what I'm saying, that based off of that, these particular populations of lizards had rapidly evolved to deal with their environment. All right? So, I mean, we can just keep going on and on and on. I'm going to give you the name again. Shane Campbell Staton. Matter of fact, you probably can look at that. You can go on. Matter of fact, for your YouTubers, go on YouTube. Okay? All right? He was presenting this at the Harvard Symposium. And so they know that rapid evolution occurs. So you probably missed that one. See? Smart ass. You missed that one. You think you know everything. So why it says, even though Harvard researchers proved nearly a decade ago that natural selection, right, can happen rapidly. So what is rapid selection? What is that? That's a mechanism in evolution. All right? So this particular mechanism, they proved it over a decade ago. And it goes on to say the public consensus still tends to be that it takes a long time, even centuries, to take effect. But they proved that it didn't. Based off of this brother's work right here. He reinforces that. All right? So, all right, scientists ain't necessarily stuck in the lab all the time. They definitely do. It's called being in the field. All right? That's also a lab. So, you know what I'm saying, man? It's a bunch of crap, man. So don't come on this show, man, without no references because you hiding and you sneaking. That's what we call sneaking and hiding. So just tell the truth, man. All right? 706, your line is open.
Mousy Roy Clan, what's going on, fellas? I'm Rod Squad Up. I can't believe Lex got your line open before mine. Damn.
I know, yo. You got to text me. It was a lot. No, I don't know everybody's number by heart, yo. You know you supposed to hit me with that quick text. Ben got it, man, yo. Mousy Clan.
It's all right, though. I was just sitting back listening to.
Bunch of craziness, man. Bunch of foolery. No reference, yo. If you don't give us a reference, we're not understanding where your frame reference is coming from. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, that's so disingenuous, man. So if I'm talking about evolution, and I'm going to give you rapid evolution, right? Evolution, rapid evolution, I'm showing you that. I'm going to give you a reference so you can at least critique where I'm from. Why everybody else want to hide their shit where they coming from? That's terrible, man. Hey, Lex, that's terrible, bro. I just want to let you know that, yo. For the record, that's terrible of you, yo.
You play
it's
games.
Very disingenuous.
It's
very disingenuous. It's very disingenuous.
But hold on.
Evolution, rapid evolution. No. Is you gonna give me a reference? Are you gonna give me a reference?
Oh yeah, I give you a reference. After I let me make this statement. A moment ago, you said,
know what you've done?
How are they gonna make?
Once again, you're done. Nope. Can't even get to the next conversation. Y'all call me right. I'm asking for references. I don't want to hear you critique me. I don't want to hear about what a moment ago. All right? I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear, give me a reference. What is your frame of reference on this conversation? What information are you using to deter you against evolution, bro? Don't talk about me. What is it that you're using, right, to help this conversation so that the people listening can say, well, let me look at what Unc is talking about, and let me look at what Lex is talking about. We don't want to hear you, Lex, because we know you're a super pseudo with shit. We want to know, what is your source material since you don't have a lab, bro? What are you using, man? Direct us to it. What do you read? How about that? What do you read? Do that.
Yeah, man. I'm not going to play the games with you, guys, but when you want to have a conversation like man,
I don't want to have a No, I don't. I don't want to have a conversation.
I know you.
I'll make an easier question. Lex, do you believe or do you accept that human beings are mammals?
He's not going to answer it. Not going to answer it, Lex.
A moment ago, you said, how can they show something in the lab that takes thousands of years? Now you're talking about some dude to show rapid evolution.
That's how you do it. That's how you doing it, yo.
Rapid
how you doing it, yo?
Revolution. Because evolution doesn't have rapid.
Is that how you doing it, yo?
You just contradict yourself.
Is that how you doing it, yo? Is that how you
don't know if human beings are mammals.
You know what I let you do? I let you get that off, but guess what? I gave you the source, right? I gave you the university. So all people got to do is, right?
Gave us a straw man article that had nothing to do with our
Listen. Yes, you said show evolution in the lab. So hold on, brother. You said show evolution in the lab, right? So I went and showed you rapid evolution. I was wrong in that, Lex?
Yes.
Tell me I'm
that
wrong.
was
Man.
deceptive.
Okay, great. Okay. So let's move on next. So then, what are you reading? Least people get reading and say, "Well, I'm being deceptive." What are you reading? Tell us.
A lot of stuff.
No. Come on, bro. What are you reading? We want to read what you're reading. You don't remember?
You tell me. I want me to give you a list of evolutionary biologists who disagree with your lying evolutionary theory.
I don't.
There's a long list. That's what I'm saying. That question is
Give one. Give one.
Give us one. So we can connect them back to the ID and
Lord Pi.
Spell it.
Lord Pi.
Right now. Right here.
Lord Pi.
Come on. What's his name?
P-Y-E.
Hold on. P-Y-E. You said Lord?
P-Y-E. Lord Pi. Yeah. I think it's L-O-Y-D.
Hold on, man. No, what's the whole name?
Lloyd Pi. L-L-O-Y-D-P-Y-E.
Hold on. L-O-O.
L-L-O-Y-D.
I got it. Lloyd.
L-L-O-Y-D.
Smart child, man.
Huh?
It's Lloyd Pi. L-O-Y-D-P-Y-E.
Right.
With the
Alex,
alien book? With the alien
he
book?
deals with human alien hybrids and stuff like that.
Are you serious, man? Let me get the fuck up out of
here,
man.
I knew you was going to do that. I knew they was going to do that. You have one guy, right?
Hold up.
And then you're going to start going, now you just Googled something, right?
I'm not.
And now this dude's talking about human aliens.
No.
And you don't know enough yet to start making assumptions.
Okay.
That's what y'all do.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way about human evolution. So let me ask you this: do you accept that human beings are mammals?
You still haven't answered my first question.
No, Star Child, Scar, genetic enigma, or human alien hybrid. No, hold on for a minute.
Listen,
are you serious? Wait.
All you gotta do, really,
no, why do you do
is
that?
have a conversation.
Why'd you do that?
Set it up, and I was just like I embarrassed you, boy, the first time. I'll embarrass you.
Why'd you do that, man? Why'd you do that, man?
So anytime,
Why'd you do that,
bro.
Dude? Why'd you do that,
anytime?
You want to run, Lex? Are you running now, Lex?
Because you're playing games.
Hold on, wait. So hold on. So you're telling me this guy doesn't talk about aliens?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Bigfoot.
Right. All right.
But aside from all of that, he talks a lot about biology.
How can
listen,
all of that?
bro.
You know what?
Listen,
I've wasted my time.
What you're doing, this is what I'm talking.
I've wasted my time. This guy, I'm gonna give y'all the name. I want y'all to look it up. This is what the fuck we go through on here. Look up the book Star Child Scar, Genetic Enigma or Human Alien Hybrids. Got some white alien on his book. All right? Playing that game. See, that's why when we ask people their sources early in the game, so we ain't got to go down this thing.
Yeah, he has his own website. He has an official website. He sells all his products and everything. But if Lex is still on the phone, I just wanted to know, do you accept human beings as being mammals? That's
not going to answer the question,
real simple.
She's not going to answer the question, yo. She's not going to answer the question.
That's all I want to know.
Yes.
Are you going to answer that question?
Yes. Based
on
the character. No, bro. Wait. You asked me a question. Based on the characteristics, it's true because humans give live birth. They have vertebrae.
Oh, okay. Wait, pause. That's good. Hold up. Wait, that's
all right.
Okay, wait.
That is classification of mammals totally different from saying humans and primates.
Wait. See, now you're okay. Listen, now you're over. Hold up, 1 second. We're gonna slow this down, just real quick. A brief little slowdown. So you agree that human beings are mammals, and you agree based on the description that's given for the classification of mammals. That's what you just said, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So now, but you don't accept the fact that human beings are great apes. And so, what is the description of great apes that prevents you from agreeing with that classification?
Yeah. What order are you gonna put humans in, brother?
Because under that classification, apes are mammals.
Yes.
No doubt.
Okay, so why would you? So why would you need two different classifications then? You can say hold up, listen.
No.
Y'all keep asking questions, but you won't let me know.
Order. Look, order of great ape or primate. That's the order, bro.
You're not telling me that I don't understand.
Class.
I disagree with
why
you,
you
bro.
acting like that then? You got a class, you got an order, you got a family, you got a kingdom, you got a fighter,
could you just
got
give
a
us the
genius,
characteristics right now?
Bro,
so just give it to us.
It's all there. What do you mean?
All right,
what
if
you
it's
saying?
there, then why can't y'all just tell us
now.
right now and stop playing
what
games?
What are you saying?
Just tell us what an ape is. Just tell us
what
it
is.
is.
You know what
hold
tell
up.
us what it is.
Wait, hold up. Wait, Lex. Okay, what you just said
Let me go look
is
it up.
that
no,
you
tell me what it is, Waju.
Hold up, real quick. Wait, don't, hold up, wait. I'm not playing the game. Real quick. You said your logic is that why do we have to have two classifications?
About my logic.
Wait, hold up. Just be quiet.
Nope,
be quiet
just
because
tell
you
me
said
what it is.
You said I'm telling you if you let me talk.
Just tell
me
what it is.
Let me
Forget
talk.
about my logic.
Okay, be quiet. You're gonna have to ice him. Listen, you said that why you I asked you what is preventing you from classifying humans as great apes? You said, well, mammals apes would be mammals, and why do we need two classifications for it? This shows your ignorance. This is why I say you need to study taxonomic.
So
taxonomic classification. Wait a minute.
Right
okay,
now.
listen. Okay, I will prove it right now.
You won't do it.
Let me talk. The proof is that human beings are in the class of mammalia or mammals.
I
the order.
That.
Wait. The order. Listen. The order is primate. Great is primate. That's the order.
Okay.
These are two different hierarchical classifications.
Right.
We fall under the kingdom.
That.
Wait. Then what's your problem?
What's
your problem?
So forget all of that. So
brain
right now,
size,
before you try to weasel out of it,
hold on, Negro. Brain
before you try to weasel out of it, tell us what it is.
I'm not weasel. Brain size in relation to other mammals. That primates, their brain size.
No, tell me how we are.
I am telling you.
Hold on a second.
I am telling you.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm telling you that you got the brain size, right, in relation to other mammals that will put you in that category of a primate.
I didn't say mammals. I said apes.
No, that's a primate and a great ape is the same thing.
Okay, so give
primates. And I
but
just
you
said
mammals just now.
Right.
I'm not talking about mammals. Listen, slow down because you're trying to get out of this. Give me 1 second. Let me tell you what I'm asking
mammals.
for.
Listen,
maybe
all
you don't
mammals aren't primates. No, all mammals aren't primates.
All right. So I'm asking you, tell me what makes human primates.
Brain size, appendixes.
Humans' brains.
What?
Hold up, brain size? What is the size ratio between a human and a primate?
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Primates have forward-facing eyes. That's number one. Write it down. Next, primates have forward-facing eyes. Do you agree with that?
Thumbs.
Do you agree with that?
Okay, yeah. Okay, forward-facing eyes.
Okay, check. So that's check. Check number one. Check.
Smell, the way they smell.
Okay,
vision.
Binocular vision, which allows accurate distance perception. Check. Human beings got that, right? Check.
Eagles have that too. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're not talking about eagles, so don't sidetrack. We're talking about primates. Your question. Your question. No, nobody said about distinct. No. Yeah, what he just said. Check. Can we check that off
what
too?
Else? Hold on. What was that? What did
let me go look. Let me go look this up.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. You're playing games right now.
No.
People can see it, and that's why you won't let me talk. When you look at the differences between humans and primates, it's totally off. First of all, we can deal with the brain.
No, we just walk down. See, you don't want to walk down the list. You don't want to walk down the list. You don't want to walk down the list.
Keep going.
Okay, so we said that the forward-facing eyes, the accurate distance perception, the thumb, the biped, there's a whole laundry list. I tell you what, you tell me what is not. All right, so it's too much. It's too much silence.
So now we got the thumb. The way the eyesight works, and what else you got?
Man,
the skull.
That shit, man. That shit's stupid.
The dome cranium. Wait, hold up. The skull. Wait, the skull. The dome cranium. All right, so are we checking these off?
I'm glad we got this on record right now. Yeah, I'm checking it off.
Okay, I'm glad you're glad. Okay, so I'm glad you're glad. Because finally, you could probably be educated on the different classifications and the orders. Why these are hierarchical.
I'm going to break this down on another show, and I'm going to show you how stupid you are, bro. But keep going.
All right, man. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not going to sit there and insult me and then tell me to keep going. I mean, if you're trying to learn, you're trying to learn. No, I'm not trying to learn. I'm not trying to insult you because this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Because wait a minute, you agree that human beings are mammals, and mammals is a class. Okay, but then if I ask you, yes, it's over for now because we don't have much time. We got 9 minutes left. No, there's more. Wait, hold up. There is more, but that's all I'm giving you. Okay, but there is more.
So we're gonna play that game now. Okay.
No, there is no game. Okay. Nobody's playing games. Stop accusing. Stop running the imaginary game thing. All right, we're not playing chess. It's not a game.
Can you just finish the list then?
No, I'm not. All right, so let that sink in. I'm not. All right, just accept that. I'm not. Not tonight. The thing is that I'm going back to your acceptance to human beings being mammals. You accept that. And the reason why you accept that is because what you view as the description of what mammals are. That's in a nutshell what you said. I'm paraphrasing. And you have a problem with the order primates. The order comes under the classification. The class is mammals. The order is primate. So all of a sudden when we get to the order, you have a problem with that. And I'm asking you, I asked you why. And your answer was your answer was, why do we need two labels, two different classifications? And that's where you go wrong. These are not two classifications.
There's a reason. There's a reason I said that, and I'm glad you said this live on air because I'm gonna show you how that's.
I'm glad you're glad
to call humans
Okay, show me
a vision.
Show me.
And I think Ankh said the way they smell. Did he say that? I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, the way they see in colors, the way they see in colors.
And he also
said that. I said that. Hold on, add that to it. The way they see in colors. Now, because goddamn German Shepherds don't see in colors. But keep going, though.
Okay, and then you mentioned the brain, and that's going to be the big one.
No, I didn't say brain. I said the skull. But go ahead. But I understand what you mean. But the problem you're having, the problem.
Hold on.
I'm not having a problem, bro. I'm very aware of all this stuff.
No, I said brain size in relation to other mammals. Why they're not
right? Okay, great.
Based off of brain size.
Okay.
I know the hell I said.
Right.
Do we have the same brain sizes as primates?
No. Obviously our brain size is larger, but the brain sizes of primates are larger than other mammals. Like, are you just retarded or is it just me? Because you think you're smart.
See. I got it on record now. We'll see.
Great. So, this is definitely in the archives. I mean, you don't have it on record. The Amara Squad show on Blog Talk has it on record.
And everyone
it's on record. Okay, now, these classifications, you start off with kingdom.
So make this good. Make this, as you take this conversation, make it good. All right? Make that good.
Lex, what kingdom do human beings fall under? Lex, what kingdom do human beings fall under?
Now we're going to switch the goalposts again, man. Nah, give me the rest of that list, bro.
No, I'm asking you the question. What kingdom do human beings belong in?
What kingdom?
All right, silence.
We don't know.
What kingdom?
What do you mean?
He don't know.
Now you don't mean.
Are you talking like animal kingdom, plant kingdom? Like, what are you talking about?
What is the scientific classification of kingdom that human beings fall under? I can't be any more clear than that.
I don't know.
Now, good. All right, you don't know. Now, what is the phylum classification that human beings fall under?
Okay, here we go. Now we want to play the knowledge game since you couldn't give me a proper list. Now you want to try to find something that I can't say right now. Listen.
Wow.
You give too much commentary instead of answering, instead of learning or answering questions. So listen. I asked you the question. Wait a minute. I'm walking you through this. I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to show you how stupid I am. Listen, I'm trying to show you how stupid I am.
Listen, I said I agreed with mammal. because, yes, they give live birth and all those other things. That classification is saying this is a general form of existence. Many things can fall under mammals.
What else do mammals do?
Listen,
what else? Give me more of what mammals are.
But when you talk about primates, you gave me vision, brain size, and smell.
I said appendages.
And I'm gonna show you. I can show you. But when I go over this,
right?
I
just said?
Hold on,
did you not hear what I just said? No, did you hear that?
All right.
Did you not hear what I just said? Add that to the list. Yeah,
but when I go over this and I show you the supreme differences between humans and primates, this is really going to look silly when you try to compare vision. When you try to say that the classification of mammals is the same as primates, I'm going to show you why your brain was.
Wait. Hold up. Mammals. See, that's why I did what I did. You don't understand the hierarchy. Do you know what a hierarchy is?
I don't understand. I'm telling you.
No, I'm asking you. Do you know what a hierarchy is?
Near primates.
Do you know what a hierarchy is?
In class, I know what a hierarchy is, bro. Don't play games with me.
Okay, now, so you understand that human beings are mammals. Now, do you agree that...
Do you want to have a real conversation where you can't filibuster?
Do you understand that primates... Do you understand
that
primates...
set that up.
Yeah, I know.
Are mammals?
I know you won't, because you like to pick on people who don't know what they're talking about to make
you
know.
I'm sticking to the script.
What's up,
I'm sticking to the script.
Start dancing and start using ad hominems.
I'm sticking to the script. Lex, is this the Lex from the Hangouts?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of a sudden, he's a master.
Okay.
Scientist.
All right. So I tell you what, Lex, you set up a hangout. Let's have a dialogue. We could go live. You could have a hangout and do this. You could talk about these classifications.
You're the first one from the Armor Squad who got some balls.
Nah, it's not about balls, nothing like that. No, because
if you get a chance, go back and listen.
You playing games.
Hold on, go back and listen to when Ngozi beat him down half to death. Go back. And listen to that.
You don't do that. Don't embarrass your boy.
He read from intelligence design information. So much so that you called. You was like, yo, take that down, yo. Take that.
No, now you're going to run that game. You're a snake.
Did you say that? Did you say that? No, did you say that?
I told you to take it down why did I tell you to take it down, you snake, nigga?
Why? No, why did you take it down?
All right, man. I tell you what, we could do this live. You in Georgia, aren't you? Aren't you in Atlanta somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to get them to do it live for a year and a half. They've been running ever since I smashed them. Listen,
first you gotta qualify yourself, man. That's why I'm asking you questions, because right now you don't seem qualified.
I know.
Right. You don't seem qualified because
but I don't qualify.
Hey Lex, let me ask you this question, Lex. When you did that debate, were you not reading from intelligent design information?
No. That's another lie. Why you keep lying?
Where'd you get it from? Okay, where'd you get it from? Whoa, where'd you get it from?
You're making it sound like I got it for of course, it's intelligent design information because it's about intelligent design.
All right.
Asshole. It's not like I'm going to a church website.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that's the shit you was reading from.
So nobody said that. When you read information, though, you see what I'm saying? That's you playing a game.
International scientific community information. The science of journal, the science of nature, peer-reviewed
I read
information.
The same stuff, bro.
Okay, so why didn't you?
I read the same stuff.
Give you a reference on that? Why didn't you give you a reference? I know what you was reading from.
You ever wake up so hungry that you want the biggest breakfast ever? You might want to give this a shot. Introducing the new Supreme Breakfast Sandwich from Burger King. 2 sizzling sausage patties side by side, crispy bacon, eggs, and melted cheese on a long toasted bun. I know that's a lot. Did you get it all? Here it comes again. The Supreme Breakfast Sandwich at Burger King. 2 sausage patties and bacon, eggs, and cheese on an extra long bun. Try the new Supreme Breakfast Sandwich now, only at Burger King. Price and participation vary.